dumbest piece of shit in the world.
Welcome back to 10 Cents Podcast. I am your host, Robert Brown. Across from me is Adam Nilsson holding a knife to
you
me.
aren't the host. Me and Adam are judging.
Yeah,
Milwaukee
we're talking
Crispy
about
now.
Milwaukee knives, and this one is the dullest piece
your
of shit
dull
in the
ass
world.
pocket knives.
Mine
actually has a broken tip. If you look,
What sucks is that this blade's not replaceable.
Flip that.
Well,
So once it's
Yeah,
dull,
that's
it's
not nice.
fucking trash.
you can sharpen blades, man.
Nah, these curved ones are hard to
No,
sharpen.
You might be able to. We can't.
It's easy.
Also,
Look, I just sharpened it by. I flipped this one. Look at that. I got a tip now.
I just use this as a pry.
That's why it's so dull.
What?
Yeah, well, that's what it's for. No, it has a very specific use for when I'm
That is
doing
a pry bar?
when I'm doing fiber work. It has a very specific use, and I don't want it to be sharp, honestly.
Then
Wait, so why don't you get the right tool for the job?
This is the right tool for the job.
Oh, no,
Yes, it is.
100%.
No,
I want to see what you're turning with that to where a curved blade is the right tool for the job for opening boxes or whatever you're saying.
Apparently, construction podcast, everybody. Let's see.
No,
Klein
I don't know this is a construction podcast. This is just off the rails podcast.
tools, splicing,
But that's a
And all these
Milwaukee
lights in the
tool.
background are
knife.
freaking
Yeah,
blinding.
Yeah,
those-
because the Klein one doesn't fold. See, right here. I'm going to send this to Dalton. This is what I use. This is what this is for. It's supposed to be. It's not actually.
So it's a curved pocket knife.
It's just a fucking.
How does
knife.
anyone listen to this anymore?
I don't.
Nobody
know.
does.
I'm just
Also,
going to
another
send
note,
this to
I
the
got my
whole
new Petrol
group
box today.
with no
My
fucking.
address is on here if you're watching on the YouTube, which also you just type in IO Man Racing, you can just get it. So
Yep. You're going to get a shirt that looks like the one I'm wearing.
it's going to be like the same size, except it's going to be way tighter on me.
You know, yours is
No.
probably a medium.
Yours is definitely smaller than his.
I think it's just medium. Oh, shit. It's a hat. They always prep you for winter.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't buy stuff for yourself, have Petrolbox buy it for you. 'cause
Robbie
you're gonna
hates
need it.
the shirt though.
The shirt kills me a little bit inside.
You hate the shirt, but you're wearing it.
I know, but
But read it.
Yeah, take
Pull
the
the shirt out and read it.
Yeah, read it.
All right.
I don't hate the shirt. I hate
Microfiber
the
top.
message.
Is this straight up lead? I want lead. Nope. What is that? I think that's lead solder.
It's solder. Yeah.
Oh, it's
something else?
solder? That's weird.
What is
Robbie's going to need that.
No, I shouldn't need it.
You're not going to do any soldering? Soldering?
Mostly all new connectors, and then any soldering
Yeah.
I use those.
He didn't buy Pro
heat shrink ones.
EFI, so
Soldering?
he's going to have good connections from the start.
Read the back of the shirt, Dalton. Read it to the
Read it to the crowd.
crowd.
Cross-threaded or torque to spec. Oh my god, tight is tight. This is.
Oh my God, is that?
It might not
by
be
the way.
Robbie, but this is me.
A little piece of Robbie died when he read it.
I did. I was
For
like,
sure.
oh,
I fucking love it.
I couldn't disagree more.
Thanks, John. Also, you got glass cleaner this month. You got air freshener, solder.
What's the sticker this week?
What's
What's the sticker this
Is there a
month?
sticker?
It's just a generic Petrobras sticker with the.
Oh, that's right. Everyone
yeah,
gets
yeah.
It's
different ones.
the,
Oh,
what
nice.
are they-
Oh
it's
no,
the suicide.
No, that's not
What
what that one was.
brand? Super cool dudes though.
yeah,
And they had
no.
a couple shirts.
Oh,
with
I
it.
had a different sticker. I had just a Petrobras blue logo.
Oh, okay.
Went
Well,
straight onto the
And
lift.
then also, because it's coming up at Christmas, you got a Christmas tree decoration.
A Christmas tree
a new
decoration.
sweater.
That's what those are called.
Ornaments.
What else? Is it called? Ornament.
You got an
don't
ornament
know.
like a normal human being.
Hey, Dalton.
I just want you to know. I've been not an adult for like the last 10 years, and I don't have Christmas trees often. I have a Christmas tree now.
You have a Christmas tree this year?
That's
You know-
because Sam set it up.
Yeah, no.
You know who
100%.
doesn't have a Christmas tree?
Me.
You
Adam.
don't have a Christmas tree?
No, because I have 4 cats and 2 children and a dog.
The whole
Oh,
point
the
of
cat's
Christmas
no
tree
problem,
is for
but
children.
It can look like that, and then you have DS for dick suck.
I love how Sam tries to make it like a home, and Dalton's just like, no, train wreck it. That doesn't stand for Dalton, and Sam stands for dick suck, which is what you're going to do to me later.
She tries so hard.
Oh, Jesus.
There's no making this house into a home.
She's going to, one way or another.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Bless her heart.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
But if you want a Christmas ornament or a shirt and all sorts of cool goodies, use the code DTP15, 15% off that first box. Or pick and choose anything that's currently available in the store.
If you don't like buying shirts for yourself, this is the best way to do it.
Yep.
100%.
Most of the shirts I wear are Petrobox.
And everyone other than Robbie likes the shirt, I guarantee it. So
I like the shirt. I just can't. The engineer in me won't support the message.
Torque is torque, bro.
No.
It's fine.
I just put in connecting rod bolts. I will not, I can't do it.
It's fine.
I gotta measure
connecting rod bolts on Monday.
What's that?
I put in connecting rod bolts on Monday too.
What'd you put them in?
Buddies. LS.
Oh, you don't need to torque those or LSs.
Yeah, those aren't even. Those aren't.
Yeah, you just kind of look at them
just
and
like
just go,
tight-ish.
Yep. Actually, aren't those like 50 foot-pounds?
Yeah, they aren't much. Wait, what?
The VQs are 30.
What?
What?
Yep.
Hand tight.
I was going to say
30.
You have to buy a special torque wrench for that.
30 foot-pounds, and it's 6 to 7 thou of stretch.
You have a 3/8 drive torque wrench to do that with?
No. Just use the snap-on.
30.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got Fedus's old Snap-on, so I can do under.
Josh Jones is still here from when he left it when we were working on the NPO1, so I just borrowed that for a day.
It's really nice. The Snap-ons are really nice because the half-inch will do down to 12 foot-pounds.
Oh,
and if it's under 12 foot-pounds, that's not.
You
really
don't need to torque it.
That's
No,
just a suggestion.
I'll agree with that. Anything that low doesn't matter.
F connectors for coax are supposed to be 7.5 foot-pounds, and they make a little wrench that, like an open-ended wrench, that when you tighten it, it goes click.
That's funny.
I've never owned one, but they exist.
Yep. No.
All the stuff at my work too, like M12 connectors for quick disconnects and stuff, they have torque ratings and like adapters that fit on a torque wrench, like of like 5-inch pounds. Like, no, that's never
inch pounds.
Ever.
What are we going to do with
no.
this?
No,
A 1/4-inch drive torque wrench. I'm sure it exists.
I have one.
Really?
Oh, dude. We have a.
It's in inch pounds. It goes to 100 and something, like 144, I think, or 100. No, it was higher than that.
We have a torque
Because what I
screwdriver.
torqued was 144 inch pounds. I can't remember what it was.
What? That's so random.
We have a torque screwdriver at work.
What?
That's more.
We had to have one for what's a stupid ass company? See it and everything. Oh my god, why can't I think of it? It's rated on everything electrical.
UL?
Well, we make panels. UL, yeah. So we're UL panel shop rated, and you had to have one because everything you mount has to be UL.
Yeah.
You have to mount it to the spec that UL has it rated. So you are definitely torquing down that, relay at 12-inch pounds,
Absolutely not.
It sits in the toolbox, and then you
Weird.
You get it recertified every 3 years.
Huh.
To be
when I worked
toolbox
for
ornament.
When I worked for a pipeline contractor, we used to like make connections from wire to devices for like tank level and stuff like that. You just use wire nuts.
Yep.
And the rule was, tug on your nuts. When you're done, you tighten it down, and you always give them a good tug. Make sure that
As long as your nuts don't come out.
And so like you'd be walking around the job site where we were working, and like we said that out loud every time.
Yeah, of course.
You tighten them, tug on your nuts. Just kind of just randomly, somebody would scream out, "Tug on your nuts." That was the thing we did.
It's very childish, and I approve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nut to butt.
We're not riding motorcycles here.
We're working in bucket trucks.
Oh man, I was gonna say I never had a guy on my motorcycle, but I probably had more guys.
Yeah, right. You
did have.
Don't fucking lie to us.
You probably had more dudes than chicks on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Do you still have a motorcycle?
Yeah, so it's like 10 foot that way.
Jesus Christ.
It has a big dent in it from the guy that fucked my mom.
What do you do to your bike? I mean, we kind of know what he did to your mom, but what do you do to your bike?
I mean, he fucked both of them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. So did he borrow the bike after or before?
No, this is way before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this happened a long time ago. It's been that way
Way
for a while.
before. Way quick thing is drinking. He wanted to ride my bike for some reason, and so I let him, and then we had to go get more beer.
You
So
don't
that burp
say.
is included. Yeah, we ran out of beer. So we went and got more beer, and then a cop turned around to follow us. And of course, him being the idiot he is, just took off like a banshee. So I'm just like, well, I'm free. So I just drove a half block up and stopped at a buddy's house and drank a beer with him. And I could hear my motorcycle tearing ass around town. And then he went down a closed road and jumped a culvert that was getting dug out.
Oh, jeez.
At like 50 miles an hour. Weirdly enough, it fucked up the motorcycle and him.
You don't.
He's probably lucky that's all it did was dent the gas tank.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, it did way more than gas tank. The transmission doesn't shift right. The handlebars are fucked. He probably did like $6,000 worth of damage.
That might explain why he still has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
that makes sense.
Bought it. He bought it off me and paid fair market price for it. Then, like 8 months later, I'm like, man, I really missed having a motorcycle. So I bought my old motorcycle back, and then I never did anything with it. It's just still in the piece of shit it was. So,
And he rides it like 0 times a year.
Yeah.
I won the least amount of mileage rode on my bike at the local bike meetup, whatever you call those things. I don't even know.
Least mileage road on a bike.
It's like a mile down the road. I only rode it back to the bike night and back. I actually rode it before that. I probably have 60 miles on this year. It's completely worth owning.
Oh, wow.
That's wild. I don't think my dad gets on his bike unless it's at least 60 miles. Like when he gets on it, he just goes and rides like for a whole fucking day.
Right.
That's his thing.
Right.
I've done that before. It just hasn't happened lately.
Not in like 6 years.
No.
Not since you started. Not since you started going to grid life. How about that?
Yeah, Adam debate room my life. That's the real answer.
That's standard. So let's talk about why we're here together tonight, other than to do a podcast. So, leading up to our annual PRI trip that nobody really knows who's going to go and who's not.
Our PRI trip, Adam?
Yeah. Don't
our
even,
PRI
Robbie. Don't even. Mr. left me high and dry the last 2 years in a row.
No. That doesn't count. This year doesn't
He
count.
didn't go last year, did he?
I didn't go last
No, he
year.
didn't go the last 2 years.
I went this year.
The previous 2 years.
The
You
COVID
did-
year doesn't count.
Yes, I went.
That doesn't count.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you've missed 3 years consecutively.
No.
That sounds like something Robbie would do.
Oh, no. You
No, I was
missed
there-
one,
I was
then
there-
you made it to one, and then you missed 2.
Yeah, I was there in
You just
19.
come on these podcasts and flaunt your Milwaukee tools. You have a Milwaukee Sharpie, too?
That's true. These are the best.
Did you just pull Milwaukee tools out throughout the...
Dude, he always
podcast
has
now?
Milwaukee tools on him.
That's true. I'm not even a Milwaukee net swinger.
I know, you say they suck and you like to waltz.
No, I don't say...
They must be,
No. Well,
you must be getting paid.
drill chucks are garbage. Milwaukee's drill chucks, garbage.
The walls aren't any better.
I didn't say they were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, anyway, this year I wasn't sure if I was or not going. And then I didn't think Dalton was going to go because he told us that he was going to Denmark.
Oh, no. I wasn't going to go until like 3 weeks before.
3 weeks. I didn't
thought
know.
I was going to go.
I thought you weren't going at all. Much closer to PRI than that.
I wasn't going to go.
And Robbie wasn't going to go, but then his new boyfriend was like, "Oh, I'm going to go." So then Robbie had to go.
That's actually
Robbie
not
has to
true.
do whatever his
The
boyfriend
reason
says.
I went is because
Oh.
all of the parts that I ordered through Joe were in Dayton, and he's like, "Well, we can ship this to you, but it's the week after fucking Thanksgiving, which is the worst time of the year to ship anything."
Yeah, you'll lose it. It'll get lost for
And
sure.
he's like,
or damaged.
so we can insure it for fair market value, which is like way too much fucking money.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't I just meet you at PRI?
But then I was like, oh, he's going to go do rich guy things with Jason the whole weekend, so I can't afford to go with them.
You can
And
literally afford
It's true.
everything.
I thought that Dalton and Ryan weren't going to go, so I couldn't sleaze bag with them. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just go to I'll commit to going to the company Christmas party instead. Be the company man.
Bought his
Terrible.
plane tickets like 4 months before PRI, and I was like, "Oh,
I know,
I'll
and
buy
then-
them too. We're going." And then the next Monday, I went to work and like, "Oh, you're going to Denmark, and it sounds like they want you to go to Turkey the week after." So, and I'm like, "What days are these?" And it was literally the overlap of when PRI is. I'm like, "Well,
And I thought that Ryan had canceled his plane tickets.
I thought he did too.
no, he had insurance, so he could cancel it up to date of. Otherwise, I think he would have."
So I thought that it had been canceled already. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just not going to go. And then everyone decided to go anyway. But after I had already committed and I talked to my boss and he's like, yeah, they'd be pretty mad if you don't go. Like,
Yeah, can they replace you that easily though? Have you ever thought about that?
Yes, everyone's replaceable, Dalton.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
They think they are, but they aren't.
You're not that valuable, I promise.
well, Dalton.
Neither am I.
Oh, have you seen me? I'm valuable.
Dalton, no. He can't even show up for work on time.
I know.
And they still won't get rid of me, so I'm valuable.
And he shows up late and leaves early.
Yeah, but that's
how the math
just
works
basic
out.
math. Yeah.
Basic math. That's salary. math.
Yeah, I'll say I showed up an hour late. I need to leave an hour early to balance that out.
Yeah. It hasn't. I've done that for like a year now, and no one said anything to me, so. Not an hour. It's plus or minus like 3 hours.
I clocked out at 4:30 today, and everyone's like, "Oh, you got off work early today?" Like, no, I got off work on time.
No, that's
go
too late in the afternoon. The whole day, the whole day's taken
frozen.
away. Just the shallow part.
There's just enough ice on it that I couldn't fish it.
Do you not just
really
hop on
annoying.
and start kicking it open?
He could just
No.
he could walk 15
Like
feet.
I could throw a lure out and it would break through the ice, but then you couldn't drag it back because it would just come right back up, and then like it's
If
so
you
it's,
did it enough, you would catch
I know
a fish.
I tried.
He would have been fine.
I tried, and I was like, you know what, this is a fucking waste of my time.
What do you do all winter now?
Ice fish. He's gonna
Shake. Go stir crazy is what I've been doing so far. It's been working.
He
really well
downloaded
for
Far
me.
Cry 5 so he can go fishing on his computer.
Actually, I downloaded Red Dead Redemption so I could go fishing, and then Rockstar was like, "No, fuck yourself. You can't get into your social club account or whatever the hell they call it." So I was like, "Fine, then I'll just play a different game that has fishing."
He's not joking, by the way. He's dead serious.
100%.
Was it only for fishing?
Yes. And
What?
because Skyrim's broken right now. Because
Do you know there's a whole bunch of other like straight up fishing games?
I know,
You
but I
have
don't
to
like the one straight up fishing game I have. Also, I have one on my phone. It's called Fishing Clash.
He was sitting here, and all of a sudden I heard like birds chirping
I
and
was
stuff. He's
sitting
sitting
here
here
playing
fishing
it
on
all
his phone.
You should probably hang out with my dad.
It's crazy. Absolutely wild.
My dad's so disappointed and embarrassed in me. It's the best.
Yeah, sure.
So we ice fish this winter or
No,
what?
we're not ice fishing.
Dude, if you push him just even a little, he'll go ice fishing.
I literally know more people that ice fish than I know people who just regular fish, because I know one person who does not regular fish. He only ice fishes.
Yep.
And then everybody I know who regular fishes also ice fishes.
Oh, yeah.
So I legit know more people who ice fish than don't.
I'm telling you, ice fishing probably is right up your alley. You just get a lawn chair
No.
and you get
That's like literally the opposite of the way I fish. It's so boring. You don't move around at all.
I mean, it's up to you how much you move around.
I'm out like exploring and crashing through places and trying to get to the bank and casting and moving around and
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Doing
That's fine.
stuff.
You can ice fish with that. You just need a drill and a auger, and you just go pop holes different places.
yeah, well, I don't want to do it. It's cold.
I'll agree with you on that. It's a cold part. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm not in on being cold.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
Unless you have a shack and you have beer, and then you just drink beer.
you're going
and
to
sit
spend like
there.
more money on those stupid fishing poles than you spend on regular fishing poles.
Like a third of the size.
They're absurd expensive, and you don't even cast the damn things. It doesn't make any sense.
You can get cheap ones. I mean,
I know you can, but
You're past the cheap ones now. We've been over this. Your $200
carbon fiber fishing poles.
Carbon fiber fishing poles, huh? You gonna sell about your carbon fiber fishing poles?
He doesn't want to, but he will.
no, we don't need to talk about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So
Anyway, PRI.
So
it turns out Dalton did show up, but he surprised us. Didn't tell anybody.
yeah, so we were.
No, I didn't.
So
know
they
until
guilt-
2.5 weeks before, but I guilt tripped everyone.
Yeah, so like 2 weeks before, it was obvious that I was going to go to PRI now.
Yep.
Jess and Alex were going to hang out the whole weekend, and then obviously Jason and I would hang out. So then we're going to split an Airbnb.
Yep.
So that's what we were going to do. So then I go into the little group chat and try to see what you guys are all doing, what the plan was, because like a few weeks prior I'd said I'm not going. So we just kind of left it at that. And then obviously my plans changed. Then I went back to the chat to see what you guys were doing to try to make plans together. And everyone gave me the runaround. And I couldn't get a straight answer from fucking anybody.
I didn't think anybody was going. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going
When
either.
you were asking, I literally was going to Denmark and Turkey.
I don't think that's true.
I know. I 100% promised when you asked, I was going to Denmark and Turkey.
But anyways, yeah. So everyone just like basically told me to get fucked.
Well, I mean, we would have told you that regardless.
Go to PRI by yourself.
That has nothing to do with PRI.
Yep. Go figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
And then Dalton starts sending us texts and stuff that he's already there on Thursday of PRI.
Yeah.
And I haven't even left Des Moines yet.
Right. I've never been there on a Thursday.
Never. I didn't know it was a thing. I thought it was Friday.
I knew it's
Saturdays.
Thursday, Friday, and then like half day Saturday. But we've never gone on Thursday.
Never.
I think we drove down there the first year on Thursday.
No.
Ryan and I
We've
were
almost-
not invited to the Airbnb, so we got our own.
That's not true. We invited you while we were there. We played Nintendo Switch.
I have, and you bought games I already had. But, so Ryan and I flew in Thursday morning. We left Sioux Falls at 5 in the morning, which means we drank until 3 in the morning, slept for an hour, hopped on a plane and drank the rest of the day until 3 in the morning the next day.
That
it
sounds
was
about
a
right.
rough Friday.
Or an average Friday,
Oh, yeah, I was
depending on
gonna
how
say-
you look at it.
Just
No,
another
that was-
Friday.
That was even rough for me. I mean, I can't drink all day at work on Friday.
Can't drink all
Thursday.
day if you don't start in the morning, though.
Oh, and we started in the morning. We never got sober. We were like drunk 36 hours straight.
That's too many hours. I forgot to tell you this is an intervention podcast.
Oh, is that a
Bring
bad
in
time
Ryan.
to crack him a new beer? Because that's a new beer.
Jesus Christ.
I probably could use one. Ain't gonna work.
I wouldn't even bother. I feel like there's more chance for Ryan than you.
Wow.
No. Ryan, I was at Hy-Vee liquor store last week and they're doing allocations
Don't
of
worry
bourbon.
about
You're gonna
it.
cut yourself.
It's fine. No, this thing, you couldn't cut yourself with it.
The dull ones are what cause damage
No.
because you're boozing too
Yeah,
much.
if you're listening to safety meetings, those are the ones that cut
It's
you.
fine.
You'll cut yourself with a butter knife worse than you'll cut yourself with a steak knife. Guaranteed.
No.
Oh, yeah. But either way, Ryan changed plans to come down tomorrow night to go buy bourbon, allocated bourbon. He was supposed to get his driving license tomorrow, and he got it today, so he can come down and spend stupid amounts of money on allocated bourbon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys
Cheaper
are
than race
fucking
cars,
ridiculous.
drinking stupid,
He's not wrong.
expensive bourbon.
Everything's cheaper than race cars.
Literally everything,
Yeah.
except fishing.
No.
It can
Yes.
be just as expensive.
It can be, but it doesn't have to be.
It's gonna be.
getting
Racing
there.
doesn't have to be either, but we do it anyways.
You've admitted that you would consider buying a boat.
Yeah, you went from being a hard no to a soft yes.
I
in
want a
about month.
houseboat.
Yeah, see, this is.
I want a
this is out of
houseboat
hand.
real bad.
Yeah,
I sent that one that you found to Katie, and she was like, if we didn't have kids, I would totally be down for that.
$30,000 boat was
That's only
pretty
one.
awesome.
I was going to say one adoption. But that's only 2 adoptions away.
So, anyway,
Yeah, so they start messaging us, still hiding the fact that they're going to PRI.
right.
So then
I thought Jason sold me out on the bus, but it must have been our dumb drunk asses that sold us out,
It's true.
saying
the
dumb
fact,
things.
the fact that you were talking to Jabay, and I knew Jabay was there.
He didn't know anything. We never told you we were talking to Jabay. Did Jabay sell us out?
In the little group chat.
You guys were talking about stuff that you had talked about.
Yeah. You don't remember because you've been drunk for 36
I was going to
hours.
say, you were too drunk to realize you gave yourself up.
Yeah, that's something like me, drunk Ryan, and drunk me would do after drinking 16 hours.
So in the group chat, don't tell Robbie. I'm reading this right now.
Seems like something we do also.
Delete it. Unsend the message.
No, you're not allowed to unsend messages.
that's
And
the
they're not
rule.
allowed to send this unless you're fucking
Unless you're E-Man.
no.
E-Man. And
Nope, that's not
you
allowed.
think
He still
it's
does
not
it.
allowed, but
It's
he'll
not
do
allowed.
it.
It's right up there with hiding
Dirty lion
for sale
drifter.
posts from your friends,
Yep, that's not allowed either.
which I didn't know you could do until recently.
Oh, yeah.
And was
What can you do?
100% designed for people like us.
What can you do?
You can hide for sale posts from your friends list.
Yeah, so on Facebook Marketplace, if I post something for sale, there's an option that you click the little button. It just says hide from friends.
Yep. So none of your friends list will be able to see any for sale post you make, which is 100% made for people like us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, it's 100%.
Yeah.
I always think about it every time I see them, like,
I should click that.
One of the main reasons
I never click
sell
it.
things is because if I sell anything, I know I'm going to get harassed by you assholes.
It's true.
That's not true. I'm always helpful.
You would hurt you. No.
You just want to buy my stuff for underpriced.
I offered you fair market value.
No.
My fair market. I gave you the same type of offer.
This is the same argument as the Omni and Jason.
Yep, this is
It wasn't an insult. It was what I could afford.
It's what I was willing to pay. I offered you a legitimate offer.
No. It's not even what I was willing to pay. Because I don't think that Jason was out of line for the asking price on his Omni. It's the money I could afford to pay him.
That's how I feel about his Pro EFI.
I didn't know about that when he put the car up for sale.
Yeah,
so that was money you didn't know about. That was like donated to you by God.
No, that was my money to begin with, asshole. It was money stolen from me.
It was so close to the purchase price of that vehicle. That was God telling you to buy it, and you didn't.
You're right. I paid off a bunch of the van instead.
Yeah.
That's probably the right idea.
At the rate I'm going, I might have that thing paid off by the end of 2024.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, anyway.
So about PRI.
So Dalton showed up at PRI early. Hella early.
Yep, like a full day early. And then I really leaned into the joke that I was fucking mad at him.
It's true.
Because I can't remember. Who did you? I think you told Jason that you thought I was mad at you.
The screenshots looked like you were mad at me, unless you led onto it there too.
I did.
Fuck you.
I was
fucking Dalton.
I was legitimately annoyed when I was trying to make plans and you all told me to get fucked. So then I
want to promise you, I was trying to make plans with all you guys. Me and Ryan were trying to make plans with Airbnb all together.
Yeah, but that was too early because at that time I wasn't going.
Yeah, because your boyfriend wasn't going.
No, because all my parts weren't in yet.
No, boyfriend. Let's be straight, Adam.
I went there to see two dudes, not just one. Just so we're clear, I went to see two dudes.
It was as soon as your boyfriend was going, you were like, I guess I'm going to PRI.
It's true.
Two dudes, not just one dude. I went there to see two dudes, just so we're clear. Also, the fact that Alex and Jason, the fact that Alex is going to be there and then Jess wanted to go, really kind of didn't really give me an option.
Well, because that's the problem with PRI historically for Robbie has been that it falls very close to or on
Jess's birthday. And it's kind of hard to swing the happy birthday. See ya.
I get it. It's hard.
And I've swung it.
I've skipped Katie's birthday for more than one Grid Life event. Don't get me wrong. But I get it. I understand. You got to pick your battles.
Yep.
So. Understandable.
But yeah, so I leaned into the fact that he thought I was mad at him.
Yeah.
And then then I bumped into Salinas at PRI on Friday. And I told him straight up, when you see Dalton, tell him I'm mad at him.
Salinas is staying with us, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, that's funny.
I'm talking to him, and he was looking like, where are you staying? Like, I mean, we're staying at Airbnb, and our Airbnb was terrible.
Oh, ours is really nice. By the way, like, really nice.
It seemed nice, but there was an Indian couple living downstairs. It was sold as a whole unit, like you were renting a whole house.
Like a duplex?
No, it was sold as that you were renting the whole house.
Oh.
But it was a triplex, and it was an Indian family downstairs, I assume, because it was curry, which smelled delicious to me. Ryan complained about the whole time, but I love curry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of curry, so that would have been a problem.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan.
And it smells like it, and you can hear them talk the whole time. Just anything. They're just talking.
It just smelled spicy the whole time.
No,
it's been the worst.
No, curry doesn't smell spicy. I just don't like the smell of curry.
Oh, okay.
I like the smell of curry. But either way,
I love Asian food, but curry is just not my thing.
But yeah, you get to hear them, smell them, hear them talking, the whole 9 yards, and just like, man, we can't be as drunk as me, Ryan, and Jeremy want to be at 3 a.m. when the bars close down, because the bars close down at 3 a.m. in Indiana, it turns out.
That's
a whole other hour, Robbie.
I know it is.
It's a whole other hour.
That none of us needed.
No,
Especially the ones who
I
used
need
it.
to get kicked out at 2 a.m. I appreciate getting kicked out at 2 a.m. I honestly, at this age,
That's a manageable
kick me out at
time.
midnight.
2's off. I mean, midnight would be fine, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Midnight, kick me out, and I think at this age, I'm happy with it.
You wouldn't notice the difference.
No.
It just saved you a couple dollars.
So Thursday, what do we do Thursday?
So Thursday, you guys were theirs, but I helped.
Oh, yeah.
I helped Booney load up the NPO1. So I said goodbye. I said goodbye to the NPO1.
Yep, it's gone.
The worst Miata in the world.
So got off of work Thursday. Came home because we'd spent the last weekend the last weekend putting it all back together, getting it because it's gone. It's not here anymore. So got it all back together, ready to go. And then on Thursday, Booney was available, and then I was gonna help him load it up, bring it to his shop. So got home, loaded all the stuff that went with it, brought it over to Booney's, dropped the car off, unloaded the trailer, unloaded the truck, put everything away, grabbed my bag, threw it in Jess's Edge, and we took off.
Did you shed a tear? Or
No, I mean
give it a hug.
It was a really weird feeling because it's more of like a closing the chapter, closing a chapter in your life that you didn't want to close.
Right.
It was like we were so pumped to go racing as a team. We were so pumped to race that car.
Right.
And then just the way the whole fucking thing went.
Right.
And so I mean I'm still really disappointed on what it was supposed to be and what it could have been. So that sucks.
Right.
But when I look back at how it went, I have one really good day out of the whole thing, and that was the day we actually finished the race at High Plains.
Right.
Everything else about it, not fun at all. It was just a real kick in the dick.
Sebring being the biggest kick.
What a fucking nightmare.
The biggest kick in the dick.
Yep. Flew down, was able to test it for 20 minutes. And then I didn't get a chance to drive. Yeah, I didn't get to drive in the race.
That was worse than Road America because
I actually got to drive on the track.
Because you flew driving to Wisconsin is one thing from here. Going to Sebring is a very different thing from here.
Yep. And then I spent an entire day in Sarasota on the beach by myself after that.
Which you loved.
That was fun.
You say that
was
like
great.
that was a torture.
No.
You enjoyed
No.
every second of it.
That was the silver lining. Just so we're clear.
He found the emptiest beach possible to hang out by himself.
Yeah.
I did a lot of walking. I just kind of walked up and down the beach.
There was a lot of
away from
wasted
people.
there's
fishing
If someone
opportunity,
comes
Robbie.
up, he just walked the other way.
It's people watching. It's really cool. Sarasota's fucking packed. It was so you just go to the far end and just get away from all the people.
That was a wasted fishing opportunity is what that was.
That's what South Padre was way too packed, and there was there had to be 10, 20,000 people on that beach, and I just thought the whole time I was there,
This is too much.
this is not what I come to a beach for.
Should have just gone
This
to
is
North
terrible.
Padre.
Well, I told Jess the same thing. I was like, don't she was just you had a whole beach day by yourself, and we could have had a vacation. That's why we ended up going to Fort Lauderdale the next spring.
Right.
Is because she was so mad at me for getting to have an ocean day by myself.
Right.
But I told her I like going to Florida beaches. I love Miami and that whole area.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hate Sarasota. Hate it.
It's worse than Miami.
It's so bad.
There's more people than
It's so dense. Everything's just on top of itself.
just surprises me that there's more
Miami's
people
so
than
much. Miami is so much better.
South
I would
Padre,
rather-
Texas, that beach. You couldn't pay me to go back there.
Yeah, I would
was
rather be
miserable.
on. I'd rather be on South Beach, busiest part of Miami, than ever go back to Sarasota.
You're talking 4 or 5 miles of cars parked, side to side, and you can't open your doors all the way because you're gonna hit doors. 4 or 5
so
miles of
weird.
it.
Yep.
People on the beach. That's not what I go to a beach for.
No, it's to get away. It's to swim in
It's
the
get
ocean.
away, swim, water, and be away from people.
Yep.
If there's 20, 30,000 people on the beach, I'm out. That isn't enjoyable anymore.
No.
No.
Yeah, so dropped the car off at Booney's. Basically got home, unloaded everything, or parked everything, threw a bag into Jess's Edge, and we took off. So, we left Des Moines about 6:30 Thursday night, and then got into Indianapolis at 3 a.m. ish.
because
Were they
Jabay
still
was
up
so
when you got there?
rude.
Maybe, I don't know. And yeah, the
It
reason
had to be pretty close because Sam showed up that night. Sam drove also because just woman.
So
things
you
and fight
you
things.
you drove to
I've
from
flown
Sheldon
in.
to Sioux Falls and then flew, and then she just drove from Sheldon to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
wow.
You guys are the
Wow.
most ridiculous couple on the planet.
It was a whole planning problem more than anything.
And you're not, and
Because
you're,
Ryan
and you're
already-
not still currently paying for that.
Oh no, we're done. We're
No, she
We're
doesn't-
done.
She doesn't care at all.
Fucking crazy.
I mean, that was a little bit of a thing. Like it was.
I bet it
100% of a
was.
thing. Like she's like, you were going. You didn't like make plans for me. And like, I barely had money for myself. Like I can't pay my bills this month. I should not be going to.
That was the
Your
other
eyelid.
thing. Was
Yeah,
that
it's-
Mister I'm too broke to go the whole time?
100%. No, I went back and went and talked to my banker and refinanced some rental houses. Just gotta have some rental houses.
Found
on
some
the
money.
side.
So he's got some imaginary money putting in a hole in his pocket now. Let's
Yeah,
go
that's
to PRI.
100%. Yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah, no, we
We
originally
got it figured out.
weren't
But-
going to leave until Friday morning, like early.
Right. That's what we've always done.
Yep. And then Jabez like, we're going to do the state of the grid at 11 a.m. on
On
Friday.
a Friday. What a prick.
Fucking
Damn it.
jerk.
I think you can get into the state of grid because
Yeah,
me
we,
and Ryan showed up at 10:55, and it was packed out the door of people we've never seen. Which I don't want to jerk me and Ryan off, but like I feel like we should at least know one of the 50 people outside the door.
Yeah, absolutely. We're regulars
to
at
get
this
in. I was
point. Like,
like-
if there's how many of these people who have never been to a grid life events or something?
I bet there was half of people I didn't recognize.
That's crazy.
Yep. I mean,
The
there
people
was
at the door.
there was a
didn't recognize one.
yeah. So there was people
So-
like from the like we were standing next to the group from Rush, those small cars.
Oh, yeah.
So like that, the company that makes them,
Yep.
that 3-team.
yeah, which we wouldn't know any of those people.
But so they were there. They were standing next to us. So I didn't recognize them until they obviously announced who they were.
Right.
And then basically then there was a bunch of like drivers and stuff in the back, kind of by where Jason and I were standing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, most of the people, not most, but like a bunch of the people sitting, yeah, I didn't recognize. There was the representative from Lime Rock Park, the representative
Yeah,
from
yeah.
so like you got all these people like
There's a lot of industry people
that were sitting
show
there,
up at these
yeah.
things. It's very strange.
yeah. So there were some really official people that I knew who they were because of the shirts they were wearing.
Right.
But yeah, obviously I didn't know them.
But out the door, there was nothing of a recognizable anything. We saw Andy Smedgard and Tom O'Gorman, and then they both looked in the door and like, nope, and then walked the other way. So we went and talked to them and like, well, Robbie and will tell us everything we need to know, which is what we already knew, I think.
I was going to say, we knew 90% of the things that
Yeah, I
were being
don't- I
said
don't-
in there anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there was any real surprises for us.
If I wasn't fuckboy soulmate, I'd be a little more concerned about what was going on in there.
Especially if you plan on actually going to any of the events next year.
I say that, but,
But
you
since
know,
they're
now
all
that I refinanced
14
a couple houses.
They're all
you know, I'm good
14 to 20 hours away, so.
Of
Oh,
of the 11 events, 6 of them are over 24 hours of driving for me,
One way.
one way. So those are out. I'm not doing that.
Right.
It's 6.
I think
over 24 hours.
I think it's 5 or 6 that are over 24
Yeah,
hours.
that's probably right because it literally goes from like 12 hours to like 24 hours, doesn't it? Because you got the 2 Gingermans, Autobahn,
Yep.
And
Road America.
Road America.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
So those 4. Is there another one?
Mid Ohio. Mid Ohio
Mid-Ohio's-
is 14.
is
I
like
think.
12
right
to
at
14.
Yeah, it's right at my
Yeah.
radius that I'm willing to do.
But
And
then,
I-
like, according to
Everything
Google,
else.
Lime Rock is like 18 or 19 hours, which with a truck and trailer is going to be closer
24.
to 24. Same
Yeah,
with
it's called Track Midwest.
Carolina
same with
Motorsports.
Carolina Motorsports Park. All 3 of the California events are like a fucking 30-hour drive by the time you actually
they're
did it
insane.
At least 30.
for us.
They're like 26 hours.
Coda
You drive
is
straight.
Coda is like
That was
14.
Coda's not on the schedule. Like when the ones that, like on the official
Well,
grid life
that's fair.
schedule. So that's
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
count that.
right.
But Coda would be almost within my radius. But that's also the first event of the year.
Mildly acceptable.
Yeah,
It's
'cause-
like 14 hours.
yeah, like 12 to 14 is kind of my limit.
Right.
I'm not really comfortable going anything further.
Right.
I mean, it's not that I don't
right
want
on
to.
the limit of everything. Because it's not a organization. It's just all
Oh,
out.
it's definitely Jabbay's fault. There's no doubt about that.
It's not.
He was all like, "Guys, you're gonna love the
organization.
schedule. It's so easy this year. It's all nicely spaced out, and it's great, and it's blah blah blah." Like,
Nice
no, your schedule
spaced out across
sucks.
the United States of America. It's
We're the
everywhere.
most ungrateful friends on the planet.
And Pit Race and Thunder Hill. Those are the other ones far away.
How far are those ones? Because I don't even know.
Like
Thunder Hill's Northern California,
Yeah, it's like 25 hours.
which is convenient because they have a 25-hour race there.
And then Pit Race is probably like 20, if in a regular car, not a truck and trailer,
Right.
So terrible.
Yeah.
No,
terrible.
it's not that far in a regular car.
isn't it?
I can drive from here to Katie's grandma's house, which is
Isn't I
In
thought it was
Pennsylvania,
almost identical
12
to
hours.
Lime Rock.
Pretend I'm here.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure Pit Race is a
Is it
little
clo-
bit closer.
Is it closer? Okay. I did the math and kind of ruled out anything that was that far.
Yeah.
The furthest that I would consider would be Coda, and I just hate the idea of doing that first.
Right. With a car that's largely untested.
Yep. If I could find a way to get the car tuned, because I'm hoping to have it all back together here in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, ready to go, ready for tuning. And if I can get it tuned in January or February and get a test day somewhere in February, where I can at least feel confident the car's not going to grenade itself all over the most expensive track to repair in the world,
Right.
or in the United States, anyways.
Right.
Then I would consider it, but I'm not taking an untested car to Coda. But then again, if I do the first event of the year for Mid-Div TT, I'm pretty sure that's Ozark. So
Well, yeah, but they don't have an arm and a leg for a cleanup bill, at least.
no, it would just be high risk track.
Right. I guess the big thing that came out of the State of the Grid is a festival at Road America.
Like a proper.
I think it's a proper
full-
music
Yes.
lineup festival.
Yes.
Did they talk about drifting?
They didn't get into specifics, but drifting will be happening.
So we discussed that with Jabay. I think we can talk about this. We discussed that with Jabay. We were like, Road America will be a terrible drift track because, like, flat out, it will be a terrible drift track.
You say that, but then Road Atlanta does a real, like, you do a whole Formula Drift event there, and, like, the crowd's right there. So, like, thinking out loud, I've literally given this no thought.
Yeah.
But, like, you got turn 5 with the crowd right there.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad spot for
I know, but there's like
for
so much.
spectator
There's so
drifting.
much just like driving in a straight line and then a 90-degree corner.
That's a fast drift. That's good for crowds.
I know, but it's not.
And there's crowds throughout the whole thing.
You're not wrong, but I still don't think it's going to be that exciting of a drift track.
I don't disagree. I don't
But
disagree.
they have a bitchin' kart track there.
Yes, they do.
And I think that it has at least been discussed, if not approved, to drift on the kart track.
That'd be cool, too.
Which would be cool because I think if they could have a situation where drifting can be done apart from the other racetrack or from the main course,
Yep.
that means that the schedule, you can take drifting out of the main track schedule, which allows you to do more interesting other things.
Right. Then you could even leave in, like, the drift grip taxi stuff
You could,
on the main track.
right.
And then just have, like, a drifting track. And then you could also have it a little bit kind of like what they did with Heartland Park, where it was basically drifting all day.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
But I don't know. I just think it.
Yeah, I'd be curious how they're going to do that one.
I'm interested in what they'll do with that.
Because Road America gives them a lot of options.
But yeah, Road America will be a cool place to have a festival 'cause it's so big.
Yeah.
Still really disappointed there's nowhere to fish on the property, but hey, beggars can't be choosers.
There's a nice lake in like right across.
Yeah, but it's not
in
on the
town.
property, Robbie.
not
That's the whole point of this.
Oh, you don't want to actually go to Grid Life. You just want to go fishing.
Right.
Okay. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
but I don't want to leave the track to do it.
I get that. I hate leaving the track.
Right. Once I've gotten there, I'm there.
Nope. I would rather grill at the track and eat whatever's available
Right.
than leave to go get food.
Right.
Like if
And
I'm
I would
leaving the track,
definitely
it's-
rather sleep on an air mattress in a tent than pay for a motel
yes.
at this point. Which is a radical departure from the way we were when we first started this. Because I think at one point we were like, no, we're not staying at the track. And the first Grid Life we ever went to, we definitely got a hotel room.
We did get a hotel room.
Yeah.
Yep. The only time I do want a hotel is when I need to shower.
Well,
Otherwise, I just dirtbag it all weekend or give myself a whore bath with a towel.
right.
Either way, it's fine.
So,
Where it doesn't have showers. Most of them have some place to wash
Yeah,
yourself.
usually they have like a prison style shower somewhere. that's fine.
If you go at the worst time, when drifting's going on, is when I shower.
I usually, that
wants
works.
to watch drifting anyways.
Or
once drifting starts, you go hop in the showers.
PPIR, those showers just will not exist.
Those are the worst ones.
Yeah,
Gingerman's are pretty
100%,
gross.
I just ignored those. Oh no, I lied. I took showers in there. Drifting. When drifting starts, you go shower then.
That or once track goes cold and everyone starts to go party.
Mid Ohio is still my favorite place to
The
shower.
problem with that is I'm too busy partying.
Exactly. So, Road America has a surprisingly small amount of showers.
Yeah.
That's what blew my mind.
Because I don't think that they're expecting people to stay there.
Right. But like,
Because it's a pro track, and pro tracks don't expect people to stay there.
fair.
Or they expect them to bring their own bathrooms.
But most of the people at Grid Life are starting to do that because it's a Pro-Am series now. So,
Well, that's true. That is true.
We're one of the few people
there's a
sleeping
lot
in
of
the back.
toter-
grass.
There are a lot of toter stackers. You
Yep.
can call it whatever you want, but we see how it is.
The number of people that stay at the track and shower at the track is smaller than the people that don't.
Are you saying we're the pores?
We're the poorest, yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll allow it.
It's starting to look.
I was going to say, are you going to try to argue with that? We're totally the polls.
No,
it's
I brought
it's like-
someone
it's like
someone that
WRL.
races with us kids up to Optima Hill, and they shit talked in everyone's sleeping arrangements there.
Oh. But well, I mean, it's kind of like WRL. I mean,
Loved it.
when we showed up with Lori and we were staying at the track, they all looked at us like, "You're staying here? You're not getting that in the hotel? Fuck no!
No.
Our mechanics aren't working on the cars for us. We got to get this shit done."
Wait, was there no one staying at the track at WRL?
Places
Even at
ghost town,
dude. Even at High Plains, there was like 2 teams that stayed at the track.
Where it's like a 45-minute drive to town.
It was crazy, like literally ghost town. Like it got to like 7:00, and it was Factor Fab Racing, a couple of people like that worked at the track, and then like one team that had blown up a transmission that were trying to thrash to get a car ready overnight. That's it. It was spooky quiet.
We have the wrong budget.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it was weird.
So.
But yeah, then after that, we just kind of just started walking around. Honestly, not a whole lot stuck out. Like there wasn't anything this year that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
I think there's obviously cool cars that you see, and I think the biggest thing that they did differently this year was that they actually had RVs and toters and stuff all the way down on top, like where the football field would be.
Yeah.
So like in the past, they would always they had the grass still out.
Yeah.
No,
turf.
Robbie,
Last year they
it's
did.
been there since
Yeah, the last 2
ever
years.
since you
they
quit
haven't.
going. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I haven't been there since 19.
Yeah. The last 2 years they've
'Cause
had
I
a lot more in there.
I know what year I've been there because that's the poster from the VP Racing. I always put the VP Racing calendar up. So that was the last time I was there. So I got a new one for 24.
Oh, there
so
we
now
go.
I know that I was there in 23.
they didn't take up the whole stadium when you were there last.
Nope.
No.
Nope. The grass was the turf was still on the field.
Yeah, 18-19 it was like half as much stuff there.
There wasn't
They barely took anything up.
there was almost no sim stuff. There was no
completely full.
karting, and then the RVs, there was probably half of what there was now.
So like last year and I think the year before, when you get over there, there's like almost a car show area. It's not necessarily a booth area.
Yep.
There's just a bunch of cars. That used to be where all the trailers were.
Like trailer for ants or what?
Well, they weren't bringing in semis and 6-car stackers and toter homes. No.
Yeah, there
Bringing
was.
rich people over to try to sell them trailers is my favorite part of the whole show, though.
Yeah, we tried to sell Jason on a trailer.
Yeah.
Jason and Josh Powers,
Dude,
and
I was my mind was blown at how expensive those were, for real.
Uh-huh.
Because like we're looking at this one, and Jason's looking at it, and it's a stacker, it's kind of like Dalton's, but it's like it's a bumper pull, like stacker trailer, and,
Yep.
and the sides open up so a McLaren can fit in it,
Yep.
and open the door.
Right.
$90,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
But like if you think
It was
about
the cheapest one there.
but those are.
But if you think about it, like the cost of the cost of the trailer as compared to the cost of the car, the per capita number between your car and trailer and that car and trailer about the same, Robbie. It's
not
really
wrong.
not that much different.
But that so
And that was an ATC all aluminum trailer, which is completely unnecessary. They had no
Not if you have a
trailers
$500,000
there. Like
car.
it goes from ATC, all aluminum like bumper pull stackers to semi stackers. It goes the cheapest trailer, like you said, is $100,000, but the $100,000 trailer is a 34-foot.
Yeah, that is the other thing is that the trailer
doors,
manufacturers are bringing the
best.
most ridiculous trailers that they make.
And then you
to
go
the
look
show.
at a used one, and they're like, we're looking at this like, oh man, it's a semi trailer. And like, and the girl was asking us to guess the price. I'm like, I don't know, like $400,000. Oh no, this one's used, 5 years old, and it's $650,000 or something. Like,
I had to sit down.
What?
I had to fucking sit down, dude.
God.
like, in what world does this make sense?
Nope. Because like we were walking and there one of the new ones was 400 something. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy money. And then we're looking at this one. I'm like,
That was the toter, right?
and I was convinced that the $650,000 one. I was like, I'm convinced this one's cheaper. I was very wrong. $650.
Is that like
Used.
one of those that has like an engine room in it and shit like that?
Yeah, you can fit like 6 cars in there or something crazy.
It was a semi?
Yeah.
Like a full-fledged?
Yeah. Full proper WRL semi.
Oh, yeah.
WRL.
I'm sorry. IMSA semi. It's an IMSA semi.
No, IMSA has better than that.
Wow.
It's
Like bringing
a 2025 GLTC semi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it'll be there by then.
Oh, it's wild. For all the arrive and drives.
I'm waiting for like a factory back team.
Oh yeah. I thought we were going to have that with Brian Highcutter and the Nissan team.
Yeah.
I like Brian. I like him a lot. I like that team. I think it's cool. But that's what I thought we were going to like. As soon as
I'm waiting for someone to show up with like a stacker rig and a car on
Yep.
air jacks, and they're like
dead fucking
Like-
serious.
pulling tire warmers off their 200 treads before they take it out on track, and like there's 6 guys that waiting for the car to pull off the track so that they can take a bunch of data points, and like
I don't
a
think
full-fledged factory-backed Honda team, because it's gonna be a Honda team.
we're that far away from that. I really don't.
No, I don't either.
I think
It's
someone's
sooner
going to
than you
show.
think.
Yeah, I think it's going to.
My
The
question is
trajectory is.
My question is, who's going to embarrass who?
The factory team's probably going to embarrass himself the first year. I'll bet on
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Are the GLTC guys going to be like just embarrassed by the factory team, or is the factory team going to be like, what the fuck are all these redneck hillbillies doing, and how are they this fast?
I'm going to give the first year they're going to be embarrassed.
Yep.
I'll bet on that one.
And then the second year they're going to come back with a vengeance and beat everybody by 4 seconds.
Then they'll up their budget.
Then I think that's fair. That's where I'm at.
That's, you got to have a development year. That's probably true.
What was that?
But they
that
don't
Jeff-
think it. They're like, oh, we just had to beat some grassroots.
Right. There's just a bunch of,
If everyone's
there's just a bunch of
watching, listening, I'm putting some heavy quotes on this.
Yeah, there's just a bunch
grassroots
of kids. Bunch
grid
of,
life.
bunch of yokels.
Yep.
Grassroots grid life. So that's what any manufacturer's going to hear and show up, and I think they're just dealing with some noobs.
It'll be like, Tom O'Gorman, I beat him once.
Yeah. Wrong. Actually, like honestly, the only thing that like walking around that I really stopped at, I can't, it's always the same brands, but same people every year. And the only thing that's like stopped me in my tracks and actually got me to like take a business card and keep it was this guy that has, for lack of a better term, like a racing suit tailoring company, like custom built to you from scratch racing suit.
Yeah.
So you could get their top of the line elite suit was they take all your measurements like a suit maker would take.
Yeah.
And then they build you this super lightweight, high end SFI, whatever rated
Right.
or FIA rated suit. All the custom embroidery you want.
Yeah.
$13.50.
$13.50?
Yep.
Really?
$13.25. I just pulled out of my wallet.
Yep.
Hot shoe racewear pro elite suit.
No way.
I talked to him, and he'll embroider whatever you want on it and do whatever you want.
What's
Super
a
cool, dude.
what's a like decent?
Alpine Stars.
Yeah.
1300.
I was gonna say, aren't they like right up in there already?
Yeah. Yeah.
My on sale
I
Alpine Star I
stopped.
had that I used to fit in was $1,200, but that was on sale like overstock at Speedway.
$1,200. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be ordering one of them?
Probably not this year, but like
Pretty high on your list of things that
I would
happen.
I would like to get a lighter weight,
Yeah.
nicer tailored
Yeah.
suit. Because I mean
like one that fits.
it's whatever you want. Like if you want like different colors, different like he's like, here's the swatches of colors I have, and he's like, you can pick whatever the hell you want, and you can do, because this the picture, it's like red, it's got like this carbon fiber look material, and he's like, you can interweave colors however you want, accent colors.
What's the name of the place?
What was it called?
Dalton. What was
Dalton,
the
are you
name?
paying attention?
Oh, sorry. I'm not paying attention. I was not paying attention.
It was like
I thought you were talking about colors, and I was not paying attention.
Hot
to that.
Shot
we-
Racewear, I think.
Dalton knows
I
he
put it
just
back
wants
in
an
my
orange
wallet.
one. So.
It's Hot Shoe Racewear.
Hot shoe.
Hot shoe.
Huh.
Yep. So
And then they have cheaper suits also that let you tailor and everything. But this one actually, if you feel it and have it in person, it seems like
it weighed like
a
nothing,
stupid lightweight,
like 5 pounds.
Oh my god.
It was crazy.
No, 100%. He brought me over there when we were talking, and I got the business card and I got the suit thing. So
That wasn't like a show special?
No,
no, that's 100%.
This is like when you go, like if like you go to a cobbler or you go to a suit maker
Yeah.
and you go to like some
You do
sketchy
some
back.
Michael Beck shit.
Yeah, you go to like some weird like room behind this like tailor, and they take your measurements, and then they get like the fanciest Italian suit you've ever seen.
Right.
That's what this is. This is a guy making custom suits out of wherever.
With like a crazy sewing machine and shit.
Yep. And the
what
guy
it
that
seems
we
like
talked to is the guy that's going to make it.
So good.
I am all in on
That's
this.
so cool.
I am all in on
That's
this.
super cool.
When I get a new
100%.
suit, it won't be some Alpine Stars. It won't be any other brand.
Right.
It's going to be this guy.
That's
and
cool.
I gotta come up with some cool logos to have embroidered.
Is that why you guys are talking about Veerhout Racing logos?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Also because doing this without having it being a business is stupid. So having it be
Yeah.
Veerhout Racing LLC.
You can do it for a couple of years before you guys start answering to the tax man.
No, you can do it for a lot of years.
Yep.
You can run any business as bad as you want. IRS doesn't give a fuck.
You have to have something as like to market though.
Yeah, like a logoed shirt.
Like a little shirt.
We sell like 3 shirts a year. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
My
exactly.
mom bought 2 of them. What do you? I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, IRS can't blame you for being a shitty businessman.
That's true.
Yep.
They
God
can't blame
bless
you.
capitalism. I
If
guess.
you go buy a fucking Nissan 350Z and lose it in the fucking weeds and you don't notice it fell off your trailer, you lost $20,000. The IRS doesn't know that. You're just an idiot. IRS deals
There's a lot of idiots out there.
Well,
There's a lot of idiots,
you're not wrong.
Yep.
but they didn't hear me say that. I would never do such a thing, IRS.
Of course
I love
not.
Well, you would never buy a 350Z.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Plausible deniability.
There you go.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that was like the most impressive thing that I saw
Yeah.
there, that I was genuinely changed my plans on what I would do in the future.
Right.
And then yeah, we were at the Haltech booth for quite a while trying to get Dalton to get a Nexus R3.
Yeah, except I talked to the people about the Nexus R3, and the person I was talking to didn't know if they had a wiring harness or not. And he said they did. And then he talked
It's
to
an
someone
LS.
else
They have a
that
wiring
didn't.
harness.
No, the Rebel is the
one
wiring
person
harness.
said they did, another person they didn't. And then I was talking first about the new LS ECU, and he talked to me for about 10 seconds, and then some bro came up and started talking to him with like 7 people, and won't give us any time of the day. So
He was probably a famous YouTube race car driver that you've never heard of.
Probably. We didn't.
yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, then I went and bugged someone else about the R3 because the LS one is cool for some side projects I am not going to spend money on
Uh-huh.
because I already have a Holly for my 56. I'd probably put a Haltech in there if I could trade it for one, but I already have it and already runs. So
Well, for the 56, you wouldn't need all the features that the R3 or anything.
No, he just
any,
needs like a 1500.
you could do like a Haltech Elite would do just fine on that.
Yeah.
the new LS Haltech for $1,500 just seems like the ticket. You can run your fans, your fuel pump, everything
Yep.
off it internally. Like that is the ticket for LS swaps. It's better than a Haltech, or not a Haltech, Holly by far. But yeah, I need a R3 for the Corvette because fuck Pro E5.
Yeah, and you need something to do transmission controller stuff.
which it would do.
Yeah, because Xeneering also has been letting me down. So hopefully someone listens and be like, whoa, what's going on? But they won't.
You'd be shocked how far reaching the podcast goes.
I know.
I've made comments going, just this is how I feel about something, and then I'll get someone to reach out, and then before you know it, I have a Haltech Nexus R3 in my car.
I'm just saying the Xeneering box was good for a little while, and then even with the bypass box, the throttle would stick to the floor randomly and try killing me. So
yeah, that's how I felt about that auto blip. I'm still convinced.
Which is also Xeneering, I'm pretty sure, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it's some dude building one out of his garage.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty. Xeneering makes an auto blip.
They do.
But it's not what I had.
No, you had a worse one.
I had it's the brand auto blip. So I'm convinced that the throttle body and the ECU were getting weird signals, and it would throw it in limp mode. And then I'm not convinced I didn't have other issues with my fuel pump and my O2 sensors, because those clearly were issues too.
Yeah,
but I'm still not convinced that that didn't play a huge role in my problems
in Road America.
Yeah,
but that's 2 weekends of my life at a Grid Life event wasted, or
like a whole season,
because you think something's trying to kill you around the corner, and you're like, oh, well, I bypassed this because it has a plug where you plug it into the box where it's supposed to bypass it, and like, okay, so it's not that. But then I unplug it from my throttle pedal and then bypass the throttle pedal plug-in, because that's all it is you plug in your throttle pedal and then plug it back into
it's like a piggyback?
It's a piggyback, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, exactly. And I'm like, and then it quit 100%. So bypassing it, the disable plug doesn't disable it. So
ugh. Yeah, and I'm convinced that the auto blip made me a worse driver, because nannies are going to do that. Because I'd start relying on it, and then when I went to go on heel toe when I didn't use it, I felt like that muscle memory wasn't there. So then I'm actively thinking to do it. That slows me down. So I don't know.
I'll 100% agree.
I'll get rid of that nanny. Now the Haltech has traction control abilities, and I got ABS, of course, but
The Haltech can auto blip too.
then I wouldn't have to worry about fighting with that. But
right.
that one's not. I'm not worried about that right now.
Does the Haltech auto blip too for?
Oh fuck yeah!
H patterns?
The Haltech will do anything you want it to.
Legit didn't even look at it, but yeah, probably.
I needed auto blip for my sequential. That's worse than when I had an H pattern. I spent a lot of money to go just as fast as I did 5 years ago.
You also lost 100 horsepower.
Yeah, I was gonna say your engine's not as fast as the other one.
Don't you guys be talking me up. I like being talked down upon.
Normal. Don't get us wrong. We'll very rarely pass up an opportunity to shit on you, Dalton. But you are down 100 horsepower. These are just facts.
You need to bring that up. Yeah, those are rookie numbers.
Yeah,
back up to 6.
So buy a fucking turbo already.
You're not wrong. I did just refinance some rental houses.
Yeah, let's get going. Let's get some snails.
I don't know about snails. I don't know what I'm
Put an 871 on that bad boy. Stick it up out the hood. Hell yeah, bro.
871s I'd be all about, and I looked into it, but those have to be fuel cooled, so you have to have gas on top of them.
That's what an extra set of fuel injectors is for.
That's just the tuner's problem, not mine.
Do some methanol injection up there or something like that. That'd be fine.
Tuner's problem, not mine.
Yep. Joey can fix that.
Probably could.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh will get you some parts. Joey will fix it. It's a beautiful system.
Josh is gonna hate us 3 days from now.
So yeah, basically the show. There were obviously lots of cool stuff to look at.
Yeah,
obviously,
Oh yeah.
But
I walked around for 3 days.
Nothing earth shattering.
There wasn't any groundbreaking products that go, man, I need that in my car. I need, But there was the worst thing is that every time you bump into somebody and you want to talk to, you talk for 13 seconds, and then some other asshole walks up and interrupts you. And then now you can't continue the conversation you just had because either they want to talk to you or they want to talk to the person you're talking to. So it's okay, I'll talk to you later. And then it's the entire weekend of just these half conversations of like,
Well,
hey, I wanted to talk to you.
what's
but I
funny is
didn't.
like the first year we went there and we knew like 3 people. And now you can't walk down an aisle without running into 2 or 3 people you know.
Uh-huh.
That's such a weird thing.
Yep. I felt
After PRI, I found more stuff I wanted to see than what I saw when I was there, and I walked down every aisle. Like there's some carbon fiber composite, like pistons and rods.
yeah,
But I
those
never
were
saw
wild.
them there.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think where that would be.
That's just neat. I'm never gonna buy them, but
It's cool. It's cool to see.
But then I don't know.
Walking around,
Had fun otherwise.
yeah, walking
like,
around walking around with Jason is kind of like walking around a place that you would go like with your father,
Yeah.
and he knows fucking everybody,
Right.
and you don't know them,
Right.
but then he sits and talks for like 30 minutes,
Uh-huh.
and then you're just kind of standing there with your like twiddling your thumbs, like I have nothing to add to this conversation,
Right.
But I have nowhere to go,
guys,
so I'll just wait.
Poor representation on this, or know what a poor thinks.
Yep. Yeah. I could just be the poor guy in the corner here. It's fine.
The common man can never afford this, guys.
Yep.
Jesus.
But then we met up with Dalton and those guys and just
Well,
pretended.
the first night we met up, and Thursday, when you weren't even there, we went to a cigar bar,
Oh yeah,
which is
because you saw Jason before even we hung out with him and you give me shit.
yeah, I know, 100%. And we went to a cigar bar and cocktail lounge, and then Tom O'Gorman was like literally look over to the right, and he's on the other side of the wall, and he just ignored me and Ryan. So, Tom, when you listen to this, we got beef.
He big timed you.
He big timed us hard.
Oh my
We don't really have
gosh.
beef, but it was me and Ryan are like trying to wave at Tomo, and I think he was trying to make some way more important deal than me and Ryan are ever going
Oh,
to be a
for
part
sure.
of.
Yeah, you don't say.
At like 1 a.m. on a Thursday,
That's when the best deals are made.
Yeah,
everybody knows
absolutely.
that.
but
A cigar bar.
yeah, it's the first time I had a cigar in a while.
Been a
long
long time.
I
didn't
have
get
no interest in smoking one, but I love how they smell. I would probably
I mean, you aren't
like
supposed to
hang
inhale.
out in there for a few minutes.
That,
Just don't inhale. You're fine.
I was say it. I know Alex and Jason complained about how like it just stuck to their clothes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, real bad. Like,
I'm sure.
Oh no, that place there was 100 people in there smoking cigars. You're gonna smell like cigars. When you're
yeah,
out
there's nothing you can do about it.
stuck in your hair, and it just that one.
there. I went into a cigar bar and I smelled like cigars after. Man, who would have thought?
But you would think that it'd be a little bit better ventilated because like you go to a casino that allows smoking, you don't smell smoke.
No, yeah, but those also have like 20-foot ceilings. This place was a dingy basement.
True, it was just a regular bar that's been converted to be a cigar bar. Nothing else changed.
That's
No,
awesome.
100%. There was no ventilation there.
That's awesome.
It was bad.
Was it expensive?
Not terrible. Like,
I mean, I don't know what a cigar costs.
I'm sure.
I don't know what a cigar costs either. So the cigars that Jason picked out were mildly
You're talking like $10
expensive.
cigars, $20 cigars.
$20 cigars what he got, but they had $10 cigars, so he got those, and then like a cocktail there was like $12.
So yeah, I mean it's not
So-
outrageous, but not cheap.
No, nothing insane.
Huh.
Night after that, what did we do? Jeremy showed up, and then we were going to arcade bars all night, and then Jabay, because we're gonna shit talk Jabay, talked us into going to a different arcade bar.
On Thursday.
No, this is Friday.
Friday
Right?
night.
Because we went out. We went to I can't think of what it's called.
You
Like,
guys had got ramen.
yeah.
No, that was Saturday.
What did we get Friday? No, Saturday we went out to that nice restaurant.
Oh, Friday we did get ramen.
Yeah, Friday we got ramen, and then we went over to the arcade bar.
And then you guys took off, and we were at the arcade bar, and Jabay started texting me to come over and hang out with him.
Yeah, because at 11 we were over it, tired.
Yeah,
Like
it's fucking late.
we drove there till 3 a.m. Woke up at 8 a.m. and
Right.
and went to the show, and then walked around all day.
Right.
I was over it at like 3 o'clock in the
So
afternoon.
Right.
We go get a bicycle taxi.
I saw a
He
video
stopped
of
and
this.
offered it to us, and it was me, Ryan, Jeremy Salinas, and Sam. He got a ride like a mile and a half by a guy on a bicycle.
How much does that cost?
It was tips only. So we just gave him his fair share. I don't know because I actually had no cash on me, so it's whatever they paid him.
Fair.
I have videos of cursing Jabay out. I think I sent them to you guys.
Yep, it's true. I saw those.
And then get there, and Jabay is just getting into the bar. And then we wait outside for 20 minutes. But you can also drink outside in Indianapolis.
Yeah, there's no open container law.
Oh, okay.
So you can walk around and drink a beer.
Okay.
So get inside, and I go talk to Jabay, and then someone yelled at me for trying to talk to Jabay. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go play Dig Dug. And I got the high score in Dig Dug. And then Jabay left and told us to go.
You don't know what Dig Dug is?
What is Dig Dug?
It's digging and dugging, man.
Dude, it's like a vintage NES game from way back in like the 80s.
No,
way back in the day.
You look it
Dig
up.
Dug is.
I had it on
And then
NES.
look at me and look at the winner.
Jesus Christ.
And then either way, he left, but he went back to like a block where we just got a bicycle cab from. Like, fuck you, dude. We're not going back there. So our hotel was, not our Airbnb was kind of on the way. So we went back that other way, walked in, and they had pull tabs. Sam spent $4 in pull tabs and won $375.
Seriously?
There's like just the gambling, like you give them it's like the thing and you just pull the thing across and like, you win.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She spent $4. She had $4 cash, spent it all on pull tabs, won $375.
That's so ridiculous.
Of course she did.
I would win $0.
No, 100%. That's what you normally do on pull tabs.
Yeah.
100%. You just throw your money into the wind.
And it pissed me off, and then I buy $5 more, and I lose all that too.
Maybe you should.
One more time. Just $5 more.
And then
Last cast, guys. This is the last cast, I swear.
Have you tried Coinbase?
and this goes back to where like I didn't have money to pay for the bicycle ride. As I said, I had no cash.
Right.
So I went to the ATM. I'm like, man, I don't need to play pull tabs. I got $20 or $100 out, and I put $20 into it. And I won an ounce of silver and $25, and I won another $15 on top of it, which is the weirdest thing.
Ounce of silver.
Like Indiana has this.
So how do you claim an ounce of silver?
All right, we'll go back. So I $20, put it in there, and I get it, and I'm like, I don't know when I win, but these numbers are green. Our bartender is completely, I don't know how to say this right, but a black guy, has the biggest mutton chops in the world that are gray, and he's old. He has a big gray mustache, and he has a cowboy hat.
Hell yeah.
He calls himself Ace. Just the most charismatic person in the world.
He sounds awesome.
No, he's great. He was so fun and awesome. He's like, I don't know what this means. We're going to have to go to the board. I'm like, what do you mean we had to go to the board? I have numbers here. I won. He brings down like a bowl, like it's a 2 foot by like 3 foot freaking board they have up against the wall. And I got 777. He like gets a knife out and cuts down like, here's your ounce of silver, and you won $25.
What?
$25.
So you actually got a physical ounce of silver?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the next day I came back and I won another ounce of silver. I have 2 ounces of silver and $50.
What?
Yeah. Jason
Like,
kept trying to buy the silver
weirdest-
off of him for cash. He wouldn't do it.
Like,
Well, I know that, like, of course, so I thought that this was just like a digital transaction.
no,
Like
no,
you scan a
100%. I
QR
have-
code, now you're the proud owner of an ounce of imaginary silver.
No, 100%. They fucking have like a advent calendar that they cut out if you get the numbers,
Gosh.
and they give you ounces of silver at a time. Like,
how do they
was-
keep people from just ripping that off?
It's behind the bar.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
but
behind
like the
but,
bar.
how do you keep your bartenders from not ripping it off?
Yeah.
They have way better people down in Indiana than Iowa, it turns out.
Yes, good lord. Holy cow. That's crazy. So then, like, of course, so the next day, everyone's keeping track of the price of silver. And now that Dalton owns an ounce of silver, it fucking tanked. Just
It was like 15
Off a
20%
cliff.
or something dumb.
yeah, it was bad. Which is classic
Silver's
Dalton.
worth now that I'm a 2-ounce owner, I'm a silver investor.
Oh man, I can't believe that you got 2 ounces of silver playing pull tabs. It's such a weird thing.
Dude, it went up $2 since then. I'm rich. $24.73
So $24.73 an ounce?
an ounce. Yeah.
Oh, so you almost have $50.
Jeez. Money bags?
Yeah.
Look at you.
The lowest it has been is literally
The day after you got
the
it.
day after I bought it. It dropped like $1.50 the day after I bought it. It was like 3 hours after I won. It dropped $1.50.
Huh.
Jesus. What a weird thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, I was so like, what are you doing? Here's your ounce of silver. Like, what the fuck is this?
You were pretty jazzed up on it the next morning, though.
No, I mean, I was. I mean, I still am.
I mean,
like,
understandably, honestly, that's amazing.
I'm not going to sell it. You know, it's just $50 I got now. So I went back the next day and won another ounce of silver, by the way. That wasn't apparent about my 2 ounces.
Jesus.
So you guys all went there and y'all did pull tabs and you all walked away with way more than you spent.
Oh, no. All of us other than Ryan.
Ryan didn't win
Ryan
anything.
spent $100 and didn't win a single pull tab. Not a single one. Sam spent $4, won $3.75. The first day I spent $20 and I won an ounce of silver, $25, and another $10 winner. So I was up like $50 or something dumb. I don't even know for sure. And the next day I spent $20 and I was like $30 I won. So I was up like $10. But then every time Ryan bought something, I had to try like, oh man, you spent $40 on this one. I'm going to spend $20. I'm going to get your winnings. Whatever he was buying was just terrible. And I just lost all my money, but I spent $20 on the pull tabs. Me and Sam were playing the next day, and that's when I won my next ounce of silver and my $25, and I won a $35 on the same one. So I'm up for the weekend by far, but Ryan spent $100 to invest in Sam and I.
Amazing.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Did I not send a picture of him with a freaking pile, just a mound?
I don't think I ever saw
not
that.
to us. We didn't see that one.
Oh, he has a pile. He didn't win a dime.
He's always the one who's like wants to go to the casino and shit
is.
like that too. That's hilarious.
That's the normal way pull tabs go for anyone else.
Right.
Don't buy pull tabs unless you're in Indiana and you can get silver.
I would probably get a beginner's luck if I did it the first night.
Yeah, then you get completely screwed.
But then the second night, I'd lose every penny I made.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then some.
Yep.
It's like $24 to win an ounce of silver, $35, and $375. Completely out of line.
So stupid.
And
How much is one pull tab?
I mean, anywhere from, I was always buy the dollars because they have better odds. But I actually, now that I mentioned this, I'm still on the drawings with my phone number because the second day I also won like a grand prize of like $2,000 where there's like 20 people that can win it. So then they pull a number out and they'll call the winner.
I swear to God.
I was
He's
still
going to
out
get
there.
it.
I
He's
swear to
absolutely going to get it.
There's no way I get it.
If you get it, you have to buy a turbo with it.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, that's for how much shit you gave him about money. If you win that, you have to buy something dumb with it.
Yeah, man up.
I only buy dumb things.
No, because you'd be like, oh, I got bills to pay. I got houses, like, whatever. No,
I need to side my garage.
Yeah, if you win that $2,000, that's a turbo.
I got extra money for my house refinancing to side my garage.
Yeah, see? So then anything that you win has to go to the car.
Like R3. Yeah,
exactly.
right.
I will
For your
allow a Nexus in place of a turbo, but nothing less.
All right, I'll allow it. If I win that, I will buy a Nexus the next day.
All right.
Perfect.
Fair enough.
I will never drive a minivan.
We'll have to have Joe just slide a quote into his DMs.
It's not that hard. I can make that happen.
Just drop it in there. Just don't even say anything yet. Like don't introduce
hello,
yourself. Just slide that quote in there. Just a screenshot. Just here you go.
So how much did we talk about PRI? Like 3 minutes?
That was I told you
This
I
whole
wanted to
thing-
talk about gambling and drinking.
Yeah.
And we would talk about PRI. For
Like, I literally have nothing else to say about like Saturday besides watching the Grid Life Awards, which wasn't in like a ballroom. It was just like at the booth.
At the booth, yep.
So it was just like in the middle of traffic.
Right.
So everyone's walking around the whole time.
It's really funny how many people stop. Like, man, what's going on here?
Something
What the fuck
exciting.
is this Grid Life?
Is there like
And then
a
they just
street
walk off.
outlaw autograph session or what's
No,
going
there
on,
was
guys?
way more people at that. Way more people.
know,
at
it's
that.
so ridiculous,
They got like
isn't it?
2 rooms.
Oh yeah,
It was
it's ridiculous.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but the random people walking by, like, man, something's happening here, and then they listen for like 1 or 2 awards, like, what the fuck is this gay shit? And they just walk off.
Just another pro-am, or I mean grassroots series, man. They
Yeah,
don't care.
yeah.
We got
Big deal.
grassroots.
Yep. But
You
yeah,
only had to be all 4 to go to California every other month.
if only.
Grassroots.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Saturday just a lot more walking around. That was when we tried to convince Jason to buy a $600,000 trailer. Then by the time we worked our way up to the $600,000 trailer, then the $90,000 one didn't seem so bad.
So did he buy one yet?
Not yet.
I wonder if when he's gonna.
He's got to sell that open trailer yet.
Oh, he doesn't trust that one.
No, he just wants it enclosed.
Yeah,
And
I can.
because of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
I mean,
I
We
understand
got
you.
powers to buy a couch and dinette set for
I
his.
support people towing on open trailers. I love that when people tow on open trailers.
I get it.
I understand why you don't want to.
Yes. Once you go to an enclosed trailer, doesn't matter if it rains, doesn't matter how shitty the rest of everything goes.
Well, especially like you
it's-
talked about. You have been in very few on-road situations that were more out of control and dangerous than following Jason with a McLaren and a Viper on a trailer, on an open trailer.
Yeah, those people are morons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because people are they just lose their mind.
They just stop
They're
what
just
they're doing.
stupid.
Completely ignore the road in front of them and just like directly to the left
To
or right,
take pictures and
staring at
stuff.
this car
Yeah.
or
You gotta
cars.
get a picture, man.
They don't have their phones out half the time. They're just staring with their like drooling and
Yeah.
as they're turning into the trailer, like they're just
Well, yeah, because you go where you're looking,
Yup.
Robbie.
fucking idiots. I couldn't believe it.
I 100% can.
So
He's
I
dumb
can
as
understand why he wants it,
Yep.
just for his own safety.
Yeah.
But I don't support it.
Yeah.
I was sad when Eric Cattell stopped open trailer towing his Civic.
So, I mean,
That was great.
No, it's a natural progression.
It is.
Once you get caught in the
unfortunately.
rain one too many weekends,
You're not wrong. It is the natural. Well, except for Dalton, because he steals his dad's trailer to tow.
Yeah.
His dad's open trailer. So
Oh, fuck yourself. Just want everyone to know, me and my dad own 8 rental houses together. We bought a open trailer together, which is daddy's trailer to anyone else.
yes, it's dad's
Yup.
trailer. It's not your trailer. Your trailer is the big sacker.
yeah,
Yeah. So if it's somewhere nearby where I don't need a place to sleep, tools, or anything, and I'm just going to do a quick weekend,
That doesn't exist. You
I had
have
to
to.
borrow
or it just
daddy's
shows up
trailer.
for one session.
Okay, that's fair.
That's all it takes to lose.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. The dumb part is I had the same exact trailer without a rock guard and without fancy wheels. And 5 years ago, it was $5,000 cheaper.
Yeah, trailer prices are outrageous right now.
Yeah.
It was legitimately, it was the same exact trailer, same axles, same bed, same everything. It was fancier wheels and a rock guard. And it was $5,000 more in 2018 to 2023 model year.
Yeah, when I bought my trailer, my open trailer used, I paid $2,400 for it. It was a 2004. I put I cleaned it up a little. I painted it. It already had a rock guard. I
think you rewired it, stuff like that.
Yeah, I put a winch on it. And when I traded it for the trailer I have now, we valued it at $3,000. Like it just went up in value, and it's crazy.
It was a great investment.
Yeah, yeah. Trailers don't go down in
And the
value.
trailer you have now is not worth a penny less than what you paid for it.
Oh, it's worth way more.
Probably.
At least way more.
Probably.
Because
The
he
last 3 years have just been insane.
because even if I would have paid cash straight out for the trailer, it was $6,500. I wouldn't take anything close to that for it right now.
Right.
No. You can't replace it with that now.
My dad wants to buy like a little.
I will sell my
10-foot
snacker for
one.
what I bought in it. Anyone? Any takers?
No.
Happily. My dad wants to buy like a little 10-foot one, enclosed one, to use for like swap meets.
Oh, yeah.
That way he can just load it up and leave all that stuff in there between events.
Yep.
And you can't find one for a reasonable price.
No, you missed the mark by like 6 years.
Yeah. So he's just not doing that.
Don't blame him.
So
Not one bit.
Make that joke, but my trailer has 3 cars and it's my winter garage, and it's my cousin's snow fence at his acreage now.
it probably saves you money.
It has
In a
what's
way.
all in it? It has the Cruise, Sam's Fit, and my ex brother-in-law's. That's someone you still hang out with. Corvette in there.
What? So you said earlier today when we were giving you shit that you're not driving you haven't driven the Camaro in weeks. Are you driving the Fit?
Yeah, the shit Fit.
You're driving
that's
the
the
world's the second worst Fit.
Yeah, the second worst. Because don't call it the worst Fit, because
No,
mine runs and
Josh's
drives
is
with
the
nothing
worst
broken
Fit.
with it.
Josh's
Yeah,
is the
dude.
worst Fit. We've proven that.
Every 2-3 weeks, oh my god, this is broken on my Fit. Like, they don't break. What are you doing to this thing?
Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only person who's not having a good time with their Honda ownership experience.
I think, how
Makes
do
me
you break
feel
a
a little
Fit
better.
though?
I'm justified.
There's people that roll Fits and they can still drive them home.
Yeah, I know.
And Josh can't drive them to work and drive them home. But that's
So
the
yeah,
new-
you've been driving the Fit.
Yeah, I've been driving the Fit.
You
I don't
put
want to buy
windows in it?
the winter tires in the Camaro were like $1,300,
Whoa.
and the Fit winter tires mount and balance are $400. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a no-brainer.
I have it sitting there. My only regret is cutting the springs, like as soon as I got it. So now I have the funny part about that is you cut a coil and a half off the springs in your Fit, and it's still 1.5 inches taller than your Camaro. So it's still way better than the Camaro.
Jesus Christ.
It's a base Fit and it doesn't have cruise control, and that is my I will buy a cruise control module for this thing soon enough.
They were talking about in the Sunday Cup chat not that long ago about if you can add factory cruise to it without like having to do a whole lot of work. And we came to the decision that there's a good chance you'll have to do a couple extra things.
I think you have to replace the whole
You gotta-
interior wiring harness, which I've done on vehicles
And
before.
you got
But
to
it's
like the clock spring and the
Yep.
steering wheel and stuff like that.
oh no, yeah,
You
and
can
that's
wire
easy
around
enough.
that.
I've done that a bunch, so that's easy enough. But I think the wire, because
Well, that's the reason you couldn't bring the Camaro to Road America.
yeah, but I didn't have the part.
That's the story you tell us.
Such a lie.
But so, like, even the brake switch from the base to the Sport, it has a 2-contact versus a 4-contact.
Of course it
Because-
does.
Why would you do that?
Because it has ABS and doesn't maybe?
No, the Fit has ABS, but the brake switch has one of the contacts has to be for the brake switch for your cruise control.
Oh, weird.
So they don't even give you they made 2 different brake switches if you have cruise control or not. So they don't use the same contact for cruise control or not. So they have a different brake switch. I have the Sport brake switch in mine because that's what they had in stock, because my brake switch was bad in mine when I got it. But also, I have that, but the wiring harness only has the 2 pins. So you have the whole interior wiring harness for a Fit has to get replaced for cruise control.
It's not worth it. Just
No,
buy
they
a
make
different Fit.
No, they make a $300 module where you can add it on aftermarket.
Oh.
And $300 is 100% worth. Your $1,500 Fit, it's worth $300 for cruise control.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm going to have like
Yeah, especially if
$4,000 in the worst Fit in the world. Second worst Fit, because Josh is.
Yep.
Right.
Fuck you, Josh. Get a better Fit, you piece of shit.
Wow, that was aggressive.
How's your window work? But it doesn't.
Poor Josh. So yeah,
Okay.
so we did the show. I had a monster rehab, whatever those things. I paid $6 for it because that's how tired I fucking was. It was worth
Dude,
it.
they're $10 beers there. And me and
Oh
Ryan
yeah, they were
drank a
selling
lot.
beer. Yeah, they were selling beer at PRI.
Yeah.
That was new for me too.
$10 a beer after you give tip. It was like $8, and
Yeah,
and so it's a $20 bill for me and Ryan to get a beer for each other. What a joke. The sad part is we probably
Yeah, I was gonna say you did it like 7
I
times.
was gonna say, so you guys each spent $100.
I wish.
So yeah, so then we go out. We're gonna go to a nice dinner.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember what it was called.
What was it?
Salt on Main.
Salt on Main, because it was supposed to be St. Elmo's, and then we went to Salt on Main.
Yeah, so Jason really wanted me to go so that he could take me to St. Elmo's.
Yes.
And which is a steakhouse apparently.
Yes.
And I was like, bro, I'm not, that's not where I'm at in my life. Like, I just can't justify that. And he was like, fine, if we get a reservation, I will buy your steak. You're going to St. Elmo's. Fine.
It really wouldn't have been that bad.
I disagree.
You buy tomahawk steaks at the Fairway in town.
I have bought one in my life.
You have done it.
I bought one.
I promise.
Once.
I promise you. Whatever you, it's not like you're not. It's not like $1,000 steak.
You're-
Yeah,
No,
you're
but
fine.
it's
dude.
too much
Like,
money.
you're fine.
It's too much money.
You are being ridiculous.
No.
You are.
That's a crazy amount of
whatever
money
restaurant,
for food.
Whatever restaurant you go to on a regular basis that you think is an expensive restaurant, this is like literally one tier above that. It's
Well,
not. It's not like
it's still-
7 tiers above
it's
it.
still a lot of money.
Tomahawk steaks, you're going to spend $100.
But he's not. I'm not saying
wasn't
he's
gonna get a
Yeah,
tomahawk.
I'm just saying. But like whatever steak or whatever he was going to buy was going to be what,
whatever-
$10
whatever
more, $15 more than what he was normally spending.
Oh,
It's
no,
not,
whatever you bought at Applebee's, we spent just a hair more.
I don't know about salt. I have no idea about that place. But
That was not that expensive.
what is
No.
it?
It was just.
Well,
it's just a nice
I
restaurant. Like they had steak, seafood, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I spent a decent amount, but I got a lobster tail and I got.
You had drinks. You had like 3 drinks.
I had 3 drinks. I had a lobster tail and I had.
Spent more in drinks than you did
And
in
it was-
food.
No, I didn't, because lobster tail and tuna steak, so
Yeah, that
delicious
cost you a
though.
lot of money for sure. In
Oh, it was so
Indianapolis.
worth it though. It was so worth it.
Yes. But the funnest part about the whole thing, we take an Uber all the way down there, right? And for whatever reason, her map's not getting her in the right spot, so she keeps like circling to try to find the actual place. The address is all fucked up. And as soon as we
Did you
jump
see
out,
us?
what's that?
You guys, the Ubers wasn't there because we took bird shit and we took scooters and we were down the block drinking.
Yep. So we left and our Uber brought us there, but the map brought her in like a really weird spot. So she like went back and then went down a ways and then came back, and it was like she was following what the Uber said or the map GPS said to do, but it was like added like a whole mile of just like screwing around.
Well, yeah, that's how they can make their money.
It was weird. No, it didn't change the price.
Oh,
That's not how Uber works.
I have no idea. I've never.
It's not
used
a taxi.
Uber. I've literally never used Uber. I don't know the slightest clue.
Uber is so expensive now, though. It's like not even worth doing.
It was like $6.
What?
Yeah, it was like $6.
Sometimes
never
I
used it.
get Uber to go like a
cheap.
mile and it's like $40, and I'm just like
That's
done looking.
because you're
anymore.
doing surge time. But like, no, it was like $6 to go like I don't know whatever how many miles it was. Anyways, so we get there, and we jump out, and as soon as I get out of the car, there's a dude right in front of the restaurant holding these animals.
Oh no!
Oh man, I forgot about this.
Yeah. And as soon as I saw it, I knew what it was, and I went straight over there. This motherfucker had 2 skunks.
Oh my god!
They were fucking amazing.
Oh my god! Why? Why was he like?
Wait. You like fishing. You have 17 cats.
No.
You don't like
I
skunks?
love skunks. Don't get me wrong. I would love
Okay,
to own a skunk.
I'd love to own skunks.
I think it would be awesome. But like, what's a dude
Skunks
walking
are-
around downtown Indianapolis with a pair of skunks?
I think he just wanted people to pet his skunks.
Yeah.
Because
Was he?
he was just cool. Like, he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
So I stood there and I'm just kind of like asking him questions about these skunks.
Yeah.
So like he's got one that's like almost all white, and that one's the smaller one, and that one is really good about like if you hand it off to other people, he just kind of latches onto you and you just kind of hug it.
Right.
And the other one, he said, doesn't have as great control on his bladder, so he's like, you can hold this one, but there's a risk that it'll accidentally pee on you. And I was like, well, that's whatever. I'll just take the white one.
Were they descented?
Literally no scent at all. Nothing. Not like a ferret where you can kind of smell. Nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Because I always assumed that there would be some scent, even just a little bit. Nothing. It like a cat.
Yeah.
Maybe even less.
So when's your skunk come in?
I don't know, but man, it was so cool.
Skunk would be cool. Yeah.
So like I'm standing
Can you
there
train them to be out? Like you have acres. Can you train them to like? You just let them out of your house and they come back like a dog?
I don't know if the natural instinct would take over. If it
so
needs to
we
be
had
like a cat.
We had a raccoon, and I think that's what happened to it. Is that its natural instinct took over, and it
I think
just was gone.
raccoons I think make way worse pets than
probably.
them skunks do.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I
think-
wouldn't be surprised if you run a pretty high risk of it never coming home.
Yeah, I wouldn't let it free range, but
Right.
like I think that they make a very good pet, like a cat with a better personality. Is how I've been described before. I've looked into this more than I want to.
I know
admit.
Katie's mom had one
I want one
when she was younger.
real bad.
I just have a stupid ass bunny.
So we get there, and I'm holding this white skunk, talking to the guy about it, and like just hugging on this skunk, petting it, petting the other skunk.
Yeah, yeah.
And at this point, Jason and Alex are like long gone. They're like, this is so stupid.
They're dog people,
Yeah.
like only.
Yeah, they couldn't understand why I was so fascinated by these skunks.
Yeah.
And that like it got to the point where I was like, you know me, I don't like to linger. I'm not Mr. Social usually. Like I got my core group of friends, but like small talk doesn't work for me. I don't do that. I stood there till even I was like, I should leave now.
Whoa. Yeah, Dalton is fucking rabbit.
You gotta speak.
It's not my rabbit. Have you seen this thing? It's on top of the third story. It has a 3-story building.
I thought that thing just went around your house. I didn't realize it actually went in a cage.
Times.
No, I free roam it. It free roams.
I mean, real talk, is it like basically potty trained? Like if it has to go to the bathroom, does it go back to its cage?
Yeah, 100%. It has
It has like a litter box. Yeah.
It will 100% come back to that and pee and shit and
Wow.
there. Honestly, it's way better potty trained than I thought it'd be. The only problem with bunnies is
It's like a fucking animal.
it'll eat. You get your phone charger out. Like it was
Oh yeah.
like a month ago. I got a phone charger out. Phone's almost dead. I set it on the other side of my couch. Put it there. A stupid ass bunny came up, bit it in half, and then ran off the other direction. Like it goes out of its way to
Like ruin cords.
destroy your shit,
That's funny.
and then just disappears.
That's funny. Or how about this? Since the podcast seems to make things happen for me,
Oh God.
I would love to have a pet skunk. Message me.
I feel like you need to.
Don't tell my wife about it. Let's just.
No.
I want it to show up first, and then just.
But like serious real talk. I don't know how that would go with Yancey.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Yancey won't be fine. He'll get attacked by a skunk.
He does fine. He does fine.
I feel like
Both your
once
dogs will
Yancey has
attack
moved
feral
on
animals,
to
right?
the other side, then you can look into skunks.
I don't expect it to happen immediately, but like just
Okay.
let's make this happen.
Okay.
I want a skunk.
Okay.
I always wanted a ferret growing up.
We'll put
and, like,
that-
as
we'll put
as
that
I've
on
grown
the-
up, I don't want
on the board.
I have no interest in a ferret.
I think a
I have
skunk
all-
is better than a ferret.
I have all the interest in a skunk.
Skunk would be cool.
All the
Skunks
interest.
are better than a ferret.
Ferrets suck.
Yep. I want a skunk. It'd be
So,
so cool.
we went to, because apparently we're talking about pets now.
Yeah, who cares?
We went to one of Logan's friend's house on Saturday last weekend, and hung out with her parents because they have two boys and a girl, and the girl's in the middle.
Yep.
And that's one of Logan's school friends. Of course, we joke about it being his girlfriend because
Obviously.
we're his parents, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
my
what you
job.
do.
But they have 2 bearded dragons and a corn snake.
Terrible pets.
I really want a corn snake.
The snake would be better than bearded dragons for sure,
The corn snake was awesome.
because you can like put it in your hands and play with it, right?
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
like curl up on my hand and just kind of hang out there. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And the bearded dragon would just sit on your shoulder and just
Oh, really?
sit there. Yeah, he's just hanging out.
Oh, most of them don't do that though. Maybe they do.
They had one that was much more receptive to it than the other.
Okay.
But yeah, it would just hang out on your shoulder.
Yeah, because usually like
sit
if it's
there.
not an iguana, like usually they're terrible. They're
Yeah.
just like they're just in the tank.
No, those are my salamanders. Those were garbage pets.
Those are terrible pets.
Those were garbage pets.
Yeah.
There would be weak stints where I wasn't sure if one of them had just burrowed itself and died because I couldn't see all 4 of them at the same time.
Yeah, Salamander's no good. He's gone. He's just gone.
He's got to go pee and get another beer.
Yeah, apparently he's just gone. But yeah, no. The only tank animal that I've always liked would be like a fish, like a really nice aquarium. I've always liked aquariums.
I really want to buy like a 700-gallon
Saltwater.
No, like a 700-gallon metal stock tank. Put it in my backyard and put bass in it.
Come on.
I want to do it so bad, Robbie. Make my own little pond.
I think that's one thing that teenage me would be disappointed in adult me. Like I have this awesome basement.
And you don't have a big. You don't have an aquarium.
I don't have a big saltwater aquarium. Like I said,
saltwater is too much maintenance.
It'd be so much work. It'd be so expensive.
So much work.
So expensive.
Right.
But I've always wanted one.
I get it.
I mean, I had piranha for a long time. Terrible pet.
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of disgusting watching him just destroy everything all the time. It's just it's just a murder rampage nonstop.
Yeah.
Like we'll just throw crickets in, watch them all die. Throw other fish in, watch them all die. And then they don't like having a clean tank. He takes you literally had to put in it was a 30-gallon tank, and I only had 3 piranha because they kept killing each other. So only 3 would survive.
Right.
Even though they're school fish, which is bullshit because you throw new ones in and they kill them.
Right.
So then I have like a filter system for a 55-gallon tank and a filter system for a 55-gallon tank on either side of my 30-gallon tank, and they still kept it dirty. Like, they're disgusting fish.
I just want bass.
Speaking of disgusting fish.
Nah, they're not that bad.
No, I can't imagine they'd be
they're not like pike or muskie. Those are really slimy and gross.
Yeah. But no, skunks. That's where it's at. I think supposedly they have really goofy personalities, like really fun pets. So I'm in on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we went to dinner, and I had what did I have? He's on the phone. Anyways, can I mute him? I'm going to mute him. Well, that was rude.
He's doing slumlord things, probably.
That was rude.
I mean, I can bring you to the bathroom if you guys want to.
No, it's a podcast.
You
just get up and leave.
I told you.
Anyways, so then we decided
next time because I will pee.
Garbage in, garbage out. What do you want?
So we decided I want a skunk, and then we went to dinner. You had a tuna steak.
And lobster tail.
And lobster tail. What did I get?
We had some appetizers too. What did we get? We got all sorts of appetizers.
We had appetizers for the table.
It was all good.
Oh, I had chili and sea bass. Parmesan crusted chili and sea bass. It was really good.
How was that?
Really good, really good. I'd never had sea bass before. It wasn't that expensive, Adam. It's fine. Just chill out, relax.
I mean, it was within $5 of what you were planning on buying at whatever place you were buying. Applebee's.
I don't know why you guys think I love Applebee's so much.
Why do you love Applebee's?
Because you were talking about Applebee's that night.
I definitely didn't eat at Applebee's.
Where did you eat?
We ate at a Perkins.
Yeah, because you had a skillet. You had a skillet.
I did. Yeah, I was joking about buying because they had.
You thought about it.
They had prime rib there, and I was like,
how bad could it be?
How bad is a Perkins prime rib? Like,
I'm sure it's fine.
It's probably fine. Yeah. It's definitely not worth the asking price.
I'm not going to go to Perkins and not order breakfast food.
Right. They did have prime rib and eggs.
That would be bad.
Ooh, man.
I've done steak and eggs.
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't?
That would be pretty good bright and early in the morning.
Or right now.
Or right now. Yeah, right now would be good. If someone didn't keep you up late.
Yeah. Yeah, if we could have done our podcast 2 hours ago.
I've been here.
We can still go for 2 hours. Let's go.
No, we're done. Shut her down.
We're done? No.
Yep.
We are done. We haven't even talked about everything yet.
Yeah, then we went out to eat, had a really nice dinner.
We talked about everything.
Yeah, I'll say Dalton was very well behaved.
For once?
Yeah, he was really...
I'm so proud.
Like, he really he didn't dress up, but he's
matured.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Jeremy Salinas dressed worse than all of us.
I don't recall that.
Because I remember...
Ryan had a nice button-up... He looked good.
Yeah?
Yeah. He
knew
he was eating at a nice restaurant.
Well.
Jeremy wore just a plain old t-shirt.
Yeah.
So did you.
100% would.
Well, I mean, I had a button-up flannel that I didn't fit in, so I didn't button it up.
Yeah, it wasn't buttoned. It was an unbuttoned flannel.
An unbuttonable flannel on me. It's almost like someone has to admit they're fat now.
Yeah, but then we went and got like ice cream or something.
Oh yeah, it was. It was
like nitrogen ice cream.
Oh,
You
the
guys
stuff
didn't
that's
get
like
it?
super duper cold.
Yeah, I didn't get any.
Yeah, they poured out like half and half into it and add the flavor, and they mixed it up, and they squirted straight liquid nitrogen into a bowl and then mixed it up.
Do you sit there and tell them how they're doing it wrong because you make ice cream for a living and shit like that?
No, they're doing it right.
Do you ask them about listeria and stuff like that?
No, I didn't ask them about that because I don't care. Because I'm not an old person that's going to die from listeria, and I'm not Bluebell.
Jeez.
So I'm not Bluebell. They're not Bluebell, and they aren't killing people. So they made it, and also they weren't adding oxygen, and it was delicious. And Robbie,
I was cold, so I didn't have any.
It is a strange time of year for that.
I'm not getting ice cream in December. I want to.
oh no,
I love ice cream. I love
it
ice
was
cream.
delicious. You should have.
Well, I just eaten a very
really
nice
weird as
meal.
we were
I
getting
was
there,
full.
it was like no
That's
one
the
there.
other
and
thing.
we
People are
got
always
it.
like, "Oh, we just ate the biggest meal of our lives."
Let's
You want
get
some
it.
dessert?
Yeah, I do, but
No, I don't. Give me like 45 minutes at least. Good Lord.
if someone would have put like a cherry cheesecake in front of me, that would have been hard to resist. But ice cream, when it's like 30 degrees out,
Right.
it's a little easier to resist.
Right.
Yeah, so then we went back and played a little bit of Nintendo Switch, but Jess and I had to get up early because we had to drive back to Des Moines and then all the way back to Hall because she stayed. I had a funeral the next day that I had to be at, so like I drove she drove a little bit, at least maybe not half, but she drove a good chunk from Indy. So yeah, I was out of my mind, tired by the sitting in the car for 10 hours.
Yeah.
I did try.
damn day.
I got a ride home from Sam.
Did you drive at all?
No, Sam drove me the whole way. I played
bum.
Nintendo Switch all the time, and I had Sam drive me like an adult.
You didn't fly home?
No, I got to drive home because, dude, our flight home.
Probably would have
This
taken
is
longer.
and originally when I signed up for PRI, when 3 weeks before PRI, I thought I was still going to Denmark, but it got moved out a week. I literally thought I was flying into Sioux Falls and I was landing at 1 a.m. and I was flying out at 5 a.m. going to Denmark.
Oh, geez.
But that got changed and I didn't have to go to Denmark anymore. So, but then Sam, like from Indianapolis to home was like 11 hours. So I'm like, wake up at a semi-reasonable time and just drive home with Sam. I offered to drive, but instead I just played Nintendo Switch the whole time, like an adult. Like a very caring boyfriend.
Did she drive the Fit?
No, she drove her F-150.
Of course she did. Why wouldn't she?
No, it fits in the trailer.
Oh yeah, because
Her
you
fits
wouldn't.
in the trailer.
You
That's a
wouldn't.
snow fence.
You wouldn't
She didn't
want to.
drive
You wouldn't
for
want to
snow
drive a
fence.
30 to 40 mile to the gallon vehicle when you have an F-150.
yeah.
Of course not. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, and this is why me and Ryan got plane tickets because we were talking because we thought we were bringing you at one point, and we're like, none of us have adult vehicles.
No, we
You want
don't.
to drive in the Camaro, but in the process,
I'm not doing
in due
that
time,
twice.
me and Ryan both have 4-door vehicles now, like adults.
That's
3
true.
months ago,
That's true.
3 months ago, me and Ryan had no 4-door vehicles. I had a Camaro. Well, I had my truck, but I'm not driving a 1-ton dually
Right.
as a commuter vehicle to Indianapolis.
Right.
And that's the only 4-door vehicle I owned. I had Corvette, Camaro. Man, I had like 7 vehicles. I can think of a motorcycle.
The Cruise is a 4-door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a Cruise. It just has no windshield or roof.
Do it for the content.
Well, see, that's the thing is he says this like I don't have a 4-door vehicle, but I do. I have the Blazer. I just don't know that it would make it, and it would cost us a lot of money.
No. We were talking about this, and it
would
all comes back
probably-
to that one.
Actually,
It's always sunny in Philadelphia. It's like, how between 3 30-year-olds do none of you have $700 combined? And it's just the economy's in shambles and this and that and other. And this is just our conversation about how none of us have a vehicle that'll make it with Indianapolis with 3 people in it.
yeah.
The only vehicle we have that would make it to Indianapolis 3 months ago with
What's the
3 people in
Focus?
is the Camaro, and Adam refuses to sit in the back.
It's true. I won't do it twice.
Well, if we go again and Jess doesn't go, we can take the Focus. Just for the content.
I mean, I don't have any problem
my
taking
God.
the Focus. That doesn't bother me any. I just won't. I don't. Honestly, I don't. I do probably trust the Blazer to drive that
be
far.
fine,
I really
sure.
don't think it would be a problem. But it gets like 13 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And it
So
has
it's no better than the fucking dually.
right, but like it has the tiny little gas tank. You'd have to stop like 4 times. It'd be so annoying.
It'd be awful.
Even for me.
It's just it came to the point where like me and Ryan coming from Sioux Falls, it's like cheaper to fly than it is to drive a dually. And
Yeah.
if you want to park a dually anywhere in a fucking city,
What a nightmare that would be.
Yeah, that would not fit in that parking garage.
no, it's too tall for the parking garage.
But we could have taken the Fit, it turns out.
I didn't have the Fit wasn't drivable at that time, but
I
that
know.
Fit is a machine now.
Yeah.
It was what a machine. And Ryan now has 2 4-door Civics that he never told us about. So
He has 2 4-door Civics?
he has 2 4-door Civics.
He had the Avalon 3 months ago, didn't he?
Yeah, that's gone now.
I know it's gone
Well,
now, but I think he had it at the time.
I don't think he trusted it because every time he drove it more than 2 weeks, it broke down. So
Oh, okay.
Toyota Life. Except I think Toyota Life with 310,000 miles or whatever it had on it.
I don't know. My RAV4 was fine at that, but that
It was
mileage.
getting to the point where you were having to work on it more.
the
and
RAV?
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was to the point where I didn't trust it. It was waiting for that one thing to go wrong and just all of it be done.
Right.
It was there.
How many miles
Yeah.
did your RAV4 have?
317.
And you never had it break down on you at all?
Never had, like, when I was in college, there was something that went goofy in the ECU that required an ECU getting flashed.
Goofy in the ECU is such a weird.
I don't know how, like,
Early 2000s.
It like it wouldn't
Things, it's
like it
Yeah.
it just one day wouldn't start, and apparently it was like a recall thing, and like you had to go and get the ECU flashed, and then like everything was fine, and like I immediately got better gas mileage. But
Legit, like I've never heard of someone actually having to go through that. Like it was the ECU programming went bad, and you just got reflashed to the original, and it just ran great.
So it was basically something along those lines. It's been so long, I don't remember the details. And then
That's insane.
I think the other time my belt tensioner failed.
Yeah, we definitely did something with the belt drive system in the shop.
Yep.
I felt like we had put an alternator on it or something
Maybe.
like that, maybe.
But yeah, other than that, when we drove back from Detroit one time, all the spark plugs basically failed all at once. So it was like running like shit for the last hour and a half of the drive. But that was just spark plugs. Replaced them, ran perfectly fine. I did nothing but maintenance on that vehicle the entire time I had it.
I mean, my favorite thing is my dad's Impala, 270,000 miles, and he put a wheel bearing in it, and I changed the transmission fluid in it because the tranny started slipping at 90,000 miles because he was pulling a boat with a 2004 Impala.
Jeez.
And he sold it, and it's still running to this day.
I rode in the backseat of that to Colorado.
And it was scary as fuck, wasn't it?
I had to buy the last like 2 tanks of gas
remember.
just so his dad wouldn't drive 2-lane blacktops the rest of the way.
That was when I bought my Cruise. It was like 6 months after I bought my Cruise diesel. And my dad borrowed it one day to work, and he called me when he got to work. This thing drives like shit. It pulls to the right when you hit a bump. And he thought that thing was so fucking far out of whack. He never got alignment, never did anything to it. When he hits a bump, it fucking bump steered to the left. So when he drives my car that has a perfect alignment and good suspension, he jerks to the right automatically when he hits a bump. 100%. Like, no,
Your car rides like shit.
Your car's
You're just auto-programmed to it. Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
No, the whole like 4 bumps on the way to work, he's programmed to pull to the right to counteract it. And he told me my car with 5,000 miles wasn't aligned right. Did you really think this through before you called me, or are you just that stupid, dude?
Jesus.
Well, I think we did a couple shows.
Yeah, let's shut this down.
No, this is like 4 slip angles at best.
I have a sick dog I apparently need to go tend
great.
to. Yeah, I'm super excited about
My
it.
dog's getting antsy on me too. Right.
I can hear mine moving around upstairs. So if I had a skunk, it'd be down here.
Hanging out.
Hanging out.
Yep.
Like an adult.
It'd probably just be chilling. It'd be cool. Probably sit in my lap. Well, we'll find out soon enough when I get my skunk. But anyways,
Next week.
hope everybody has a great Christmas. And when I get my skunk as a present, we'll talk about that.
Keep the pedal down on the annex or something like that.
One of the best reviews ever. Speaking of,
Is that what it was?
It was somebody wrote a review like on the original iTunes thing. So it's probably not. It doesn't exist anymore because that iTunes doesn't exist.
That's true.
But if you want to help us, you could give us a rate and review on whatever you're listening to us on. Probably Spotify, most likely, but we would appreciate it.
Everywhere.
Yep. Have a great Christmas, everybody, and we'll catch everybody next week.
And buy some shit in the store.
Oh yeah, that's also linked on our website, on the TrackTune
Facebook
website.
page.
Facebook page, TrackTune website. It's at the bottom of every episode page. Just click in the store.